What's up? What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Art the Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Bro, man, we were talking a little bit behind. Bro, I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I don't know what it is, and it's driving me absolutely bonkers over here, bro. The past, 20 minutes, I've been sitting there, and I'm just like, yo, it's not even 20, it's been 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not sure what it is just yet, Deke. I'm hoping it's not anything that pertains to today's show, but yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something, bro. I just don't know what it is.
Well, now you know how I feel whenever I'm
It's like, bruh.
trying to remember a take that I had on.
Oh, man.
That's been happening to me.
Bro, and I'm bugging
a
about it, too.
little bit more frequently than I would like over the last couple of weeks. Hasn't that happened? Or we'll be in the middle of talking about a certain topic, certain thing, and I'll just be like, I had something else I wanted to say about this.
Yeah, bro.
And then I forget.
Swear, bro.
It comes back to me, though, so hopefully.
And that's why I'm like, I know it's going to come back. I'm just hoping that whatever it is not significant, because initially it was the phones. I was like, yo, might have forgot that part. I remember that. But I feel like I'm forgetting something else. We'll see, though. We will see. Got a lot going on. It was a fun as heck, exciting as heck, but just a long weekend, man, in general. So, yeah, man. But other than that, though, baby, I can't complain. I peeped the drip, though. I see what we got going on over here.
Thanks,
well
man.
represented. Well represented.
Pretty cool hoodie.
Heck yeah, man. I like the combo. You got Steelers, got your Pitt Panthers holding it down. I respect your game, baby. Absolutely. How was your weekend, though, man?
What did I do? I don't think I did anything.
Why you say it like that, though? My dog said, what did I do? Respect.
Went to church.
All right, glory. All right. What was the word about? Any message that you wanted to share? It was good.
Love God, love people. You know?
There it is. Can't go wrong with that.
What the heck did I do? Oh. Yeah. I slept a lot over the weekend. Caught up on some sleep.
In a good way, or it just kind of was cause and effect way?
Good way. Because
Okay.
the weekend before, pretty much got no sleep from Friday going into Saturday.
Okay.
And I played golf all day Saturday. So it was...
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. They say you can't catch up on sleep, but
I
I felt like
believe
I
that.
did over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, I could catch up with some sleep, bro.
I think I did. Yeah, that was about it, really. I didn't do much.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, man, my weekend was fun as heck, electric as heck. Just across the board was dope. But then I had some other stuff that kind of made me, you know what I mean? I could have just focused on just the games. I had some life stuff. But all is well in the neighborhood. All is well. So that's a positive. But it definitely altered my weekend vibe a little bit. But yeah, man, I got a chance to see my Dukes make history, bro. The first time in 40 plus years, man, my JMU Dukes won a actual NCAA round of 64 tournament game. Because we won the first 4 in game before, but that was dope as heck, bro. So it was a vibe, and I got a chance to see my JMU Dukes play my Duke Blue Devils, which I absolutely hated and loved at the same time. But it was a blast across the board, bro. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. But yeah, I still feel like there was something I'm missing.
For both teams there?
No, you got to remember when I grew up, my dad's a UNC fan. I'm a Duke fan. We always beefed. Yeah, always. Yankees, Sox. You know how I go. Yeah, this what Redskins, Cowboys. Yeah. So that was part of the thing growing up, man. Yeah.
I can't keep up, dude.
Oh, it's all good, bro. Yeah. But remember, this is the difference when you grow up in a town where this is all you know. It's kind of like you locked into that one school. Yeah. For us, we shoot, who do you like and why do you like them?
You're saying I shouldn't be judging you for the multiple teams.
Oh, you judge as you want to judge. You don't care about that. Yeah. That's always in my take. I'm like, man, people go have whatever the opinion they want to have. If you feel good about it, that's all that matters, baby.
Right.
Yeah. But no, it was a vibe though, bro. It was a vibe. So I'm good, bro. It was a vibe, man. Good weekend though. Crazy weekend, but good weekend at the same time. I know you weren't watching any games, man. I was a little.
No.
I was like, yo, you probably was bored, man. You missed it out.
I caught the end.
The games was crazy this weekend, bro.
I'll say this: I caught the end of some that were close.
It was some.
If there was a
games
game or
weekend,
two
bro.
on that was close, let me think. Which one? Oh man, there was one that went down. I mean, there were a few that went down to the wire. But what was the one I was tuning into? Was it an upset? No. It was Marquette. Who'd they play?
Shaka
the
Smart.
Most recent
Yeah.
One.
So Marquette.
Yeah, and I was surprised to see that Shaka Smart has hair.
Oh yeah, because he's always ball. Yeah.
And I looked at it. Now Deion Sanders. What's the deal with him and his hair? We'll get to that later. But I wanted to double check to see if Shaka Smart could actually grow hair this whole time.
Or was he just like...
Yeah. And
that's
no,
actually a good call.
It was. He was buzzing it. Like, you could tell he had actual hair.
Yeah.
Now, Deion Sanders, on the other hand, there's no way, right? Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd could grow it, but it looks real, like it's stressed out. Kind of like when Bron tried to grow the top, you'd be like, Bron, you better take that guard off and hit it one time. Just take the guard off and hit it low, boy. You straight. Yeah. So, yeah. Shout out to Shaka, bro. It was a weird vibe though. Some of the games were like really good. Some of them were blowouts. Obviously, Jim, you got a chance to be in both. We had the one where we won big and then got whooped big. You know what I mean? But it was like even with Yale, we watched Yale one night. They won big, then they got whooped. The Cat Oakland with the Cat only shoot 3-pointers. Yeah, they won. Incredible. Then they got whooped.
That was here.
Yeah. Bro, Pittsburgh had some dope games. That's why I was so upset that Duke say get down with Pittsburgh, bro.
Duquesne got smoked.
But they won the first one. Like a lot of teams did that. It was a lot of you get the upset first round, but the big schools won in the second round. But they said this is the first time in I forgot how many years where all 1 and 2 seeds advanced to the Sweet 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How about the ACC? I think is
4-4.
Is it? Well, Virginia lost in the
not 4-4, but they got 4 teams in right now in the Sweet 16.
Out of the 4 remaining for the first round games, I think they went. What would that record be?
It's undefeated.
Yeah, they went undefeated. The ACC. So how about that?
Yeah,
a lot of them was going through Big 12 teams too.
Yeah, so they said they chose the right 4 teams.
Well, I'm just saying it's kind of funny that the Big 12. I wake up. I'll be honest. I haven't been paying attention to college hoops like that closely over the last like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I was watching a lot last year with Pitt. Now I've been back on with Pitt. We've been doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a casual. Not even going to front. But I wake up from this college hoop slumber that I've been going through, and all of a sudden, arbitrarily, the Big 12 is the best conference in the league.
Well, it's not arbitrarily. They won 2 out of the last 3 national championships they won.
But it's arbitrary, particularly this year, because the Big 12 obviously isn't that much of a powerhouse.
Well, they got Houston.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. You could say Big 12, decent basketball conference, but that's no need to belittle the ACC. And I'm not even saying it's a Big 12 versus ACC type of thing. I don't know why randomly they're belittling the ACC conference now and saying they're not even a good basketball conference. It's just insane to me. Insane.
I missed that. I didn't hear that. Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, people were talking
about... Well, I was going to say, you more into the ACC like that. Yeah, I never heard them say they suck. Yeah.
No, trust me. They are. They're saying the Big 12 is this big power. They should get 8 or 9 teams. Like the Big 12, I'm telling you this right now. The Big 12, from what I see it, is nowhere close to what the Big East was back in the day when legitimately 8 or 9 teams were getting in.
Okay.
It's nowhere even close. Nowhere close. It's kind of funny to me. Kind of funny to see the ACC go undefeated, and it's not even the best ACC teams. One of the top 4 are sitting at home right now.
Are really the ACC going to win the championship? Because that's the Big 12's argument. I mean, not the Big 12. Yeah, that's the Big 12's argument. They've won 2 of the past 3. So
cool. Maybe you got a couple good teams at the top, but all these other teams you're clamoring about, like TCU and Texas A&M, I saw that they had 15 losses out there. They're not doing jack shit in this tournament.
But Texas A&M lost to Houston, so it's like
they got pounded.
I get where you coming from.
Pitt would have put up a better fight than
I get where
all
you
these
coming
teams.
from, man.
It's not even. I don't know. You just got to watch the games, and that's something the bracketologists want to do. Jay Billis knows.
Well, my question is, do you think that y'all would have fared better than Virginia? Because of the other 4, other 4 have clearly shown that.
We beat them.
Yeah.
We beat them at Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And that was breaking some. It was some long ass like home winning streak they had going.
Yeah.
We beat them. Yeah. Much better team than them.
Okay.
Whatever. I just found it funny. I woke up from this again little college hoops hiatus of like really paying attention into detail of what was going on, and all of a sudden the Big 12 is the best conference. Okay. From what I remember, it was the Big East and the ACC. A lot of the teams moved from the Big East to the ACC, and ACC was typically the basketball powerhouse. Wake up, it's the Big 12. All right. Yeah.
For sure, man. For sure.
Hard pressed to believe that, especially seeing the results of this tournament here.
Like I said, I'm always just laughing because you got the hardest stance, but Pitt isn't in it right now, bro. How you coming in Big 12 like that, bro? Like,
well, that's one of the reasons why Pitt's not in is because everyone's saying the Big 12 deserves all these extra teams.
It's like, bro, you coming at the Big 12
they're not that good. They're not good. TCU, former Pitt coach Jamie Dixon, fell apart again. No wonder we got rid of him.
Oh, man.
With all due respect, because I actually do like Jamie Dixon. We probably should have kept him, but
say it, bro. It's just be funny. That's all, bro. But I like your energy, though. I definitely like your energy, man.
It's a shame. Damn shame. Yeah, I think Pitt would be in the Sweet 16 right now. It's tough to say. It's all hypotheticals, but
yeah, that's the only problem, man. Nope. Nah.
They left us out. Like, they left us out. We did everything.
Almost everything.
No, we did everything to get in. We did every metric.
You got to win the tournament also. That's like the last stop.
Every metric was on course with getting in. Every metric. Road wins, netcom, right? Is that KenPom? What the hell are these rankings called? They're in the top 40, top 30, and all these. Better than a bunch of teams. You know how I feel about
any of that stuff, bro. It's like, yo, if you waiting for that, that's like asking for the judge to help you out. That's just, yeah. Well, you know what to do to get in the tournament, bro.
Categorized worse in all those rankings, and a bunch of things got in overpaid, so it just didn't make sense.
That part is legitimate, but it's like, yo, they still control their destiny to an extent. So you do got to have some accountability. That's all I'm saying. If Pitt was going to make this run and all, it's like, yo, you still had an opportunity to get that invite, like a lot of other schools, you know. Just a thought. But I do get what you're saying, though. I definitely do, though, bro. I like it, though. I like it. Next year, y'all should be hot, though. Next year.
Yeah.
Definitely should be hot next year, baby. Definitely should be hot next year.
Yeah, I saw some college basketball analysts saying that we should be looking like top 25 in the preseason.
See?
They're saying Bob Carrington's coming back, or at least he said that.
So y'all should be there.
We're only losing Henson.
UNC going to be losing dudes.
We're going to hit the transfer portal. One of our 4-star recruits that was hurt last year. He was a freshman. He'll be back. Hopefully he's decent. Didn't really get to see him. But he's got potential.
I like it.
He's got the upside.
I like it.
Big guy, too. We need that.
They said, man, when you think UNC graduates some people, Duke, we'll see. You know, they got that 7-footer. Be careful. But y'all didn't put the work on them the one time. I seen that. I liked it.
No, they're a good squad.
Yeah.
I thought they were good. End of season. Yeah, they had some hiccups early on, but no, they were a legit team.
Nah, respect.
They could beat anyone. They could have beat anyone.
Yeah. I just look at it like, man, we got caught on a bad day. That's our first loss since January the 6th, I think it is. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, man, but such is life. But, dog, if you ready, man, I'm ready. Or unless you got a deep thought. You got a deep thought? We did kind of sub the tournament. And I didn't think you was going to talk basketball.
I mean, that was one of my thoughts.
I didn't think you was going to talk no hoops because when we left out of here, Deke, you was like, bro, I ain't even watching no basketball. I don't even care about the tournament. I just didn't know, bro. Like that.
I watched the end of some of the close games. Okay. I tuned in for like the last 2 minutes. Watched some fouls. Watched some free throws.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Shout out to Duquesne, though, man. Duquesne took care of business, man. Got him a dub. The city was on fire for them, too. Braun was tweeting about him. Everything, bro. Yeah,
I see that everyone's jumping on the Duquesne bandwagon.
Oh, no, they're not jumping on the bandwagon. They just like a good story. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on my mind over the weekend.
I like it, man. I like it.
12.
I like it.
NCAA tournament robbery directed towards Pitt.
Shout out to Duquesne. Shout out to JMU. Shout out to every school that was in the tournament this weekend and actually won a game this weekend, baby. If y'all won a game this weekend, hit that like button one time. But don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to every school that got a chance to be in that dance, man. It took care of business the way they were supposed to, man. So Duke, shout out to y'all. UNC, shout out to y'all. I'm trying to think who else won. Marquette, shout out to y'all. Shout out to JMU again, man. History was made. My Dukes took care of business. We knocked up one of them Big Ten teams. Our second Big Ten team this year. Just throwing that out there, too, all right? Our second one. So, man, let's get this thing started.
Might be the Big Ten's kryptonite.
Hey, you never know. I don't like the ACC right now, but Big Ten, it's smoke over there, baby. I like what I see on that Big Ten. So with that being the case, let's start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, and that way we'll give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And I definitely forgot another thing to drop this weekend. The Future and Metro Boomin album. I felt so sleazy though, Deke, because when Future dropped the album, I'm bumping the album as I'm cooking film of Russ. And I just felt guilty. But it hit though, bro. Shout out to the few. I know it's got the Drake beef and everything. It's some beef going on right now, D. It's beef on the music scene. All right, they're making people choose sides. We ain't got to choose that just yet. But shout out to the music. It inspired me, man. All right.
So it's Future versus Drake.
Well, it's Future, Metro, and Kendrick Lamar versus Drake and like J. Cole, kind of.
So they could side with Russ.
I suppose, yeah. Get Drake and so Drake and J. Cole could be with Russ, and then Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar, and Rick Ross would be with Future. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to choose that side though, bro. I don't want to choose them sides, bro. I like all of it. But I felt weird
Kendrick
though.
Involved?
Well, because Kendrick was featured on Future's new album, and he dropped the hardest diss directly at Drake and J. Cole. Yeah, he went like name drop all of them, like headshot, blah blah blah, and then let's unfold.
When that beef start?
It's been lingering. This is the most direct with it though. We was like, oh, he still had more.
I mean, they've been featured on each other's stuff in the past.
Come on, bro. Yeah, we was like, oh, and then the whole Drake and Future, we like, yo, y'all just dropped some records together. And they was starting to unfold what was going on. Like, so yeah, it was a whole bunch going on. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, though, because he definitely came through and flamed the verse. Shout out to Future, because y'all know I rocks with Future's music heavy, even though I feel so bad slightly because of Russ being here. I don't want to upset what he's got going for us, you know? So with all due respect to Russ, shout out to this Future album, though, bro. So yeah, man, yeah. It's a vibe, bro. It's definitely a vibe. But let's get the shout outs. You supposed to be shouting out. My bad, man. See, this is what the music do to me, Deke.
Jaron, Pittsburgh Steelers for life, 559, Visalia, California.
Shout out to Visalia, baby. Shout out.
Leah Warren, the 254. My off-season delusion is starting up again.
Uh-oh.
Hashtag Stairway to 7. Hashtag here we go.
Hey, it ain't no delusion this offseason. No, you better lean into it.
Russell Sports from the 724 Hermitage, PA, checking in.
Shout out to Hermitage. One time for the culture.
Turk Hollinger from the 276 Southwest Virginia. Them
right.
Hokies.
Ooh, Virginia. I respect Virginia. Virginia Tech, they win this weekend? Women's team. I know the women's team straight. I don't know about the guys.
Virginia Tech's definitely not in.
Why you say it like they bad? I haven't followed them. I haven't followed them, yeah.
I don't think they're good, but the 4 ACC teams that were still in from the first round are in the Sweet 16.
You're right,
so that's it. That's the only 4.
Good call. And then UVA got beaten the entry. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Quan Summer, 323, Watts, California.
Let's get it. Let me tap in real quick. And the reason I keep thinking of the women's teams because Kenny Brooks, old JMU women's coach there. We had him on the show that one time. So salute to the women's team and everything like that. But man, let me get my man Bart Basquiat in the 805,000 Oaks, California, baby. Brandon Clark in the 540 Roanoke, Virginia. He says, Con open to trading for a center. Okay. Rod Dollar one time for the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. No longer sharing the line. He hard standing on that south side, baby. So salute to the south side. Grant Patterson in the 804 VSU. Shout out to Virginia State one time for the culture. Young Shad 101 in the 601 Jackson, Mississippi. And then I'm going to pass it back to the homie Deke after I talk about Dr. Lorea in the 619, San Diego. And he says, or they say, San Diego State University. So shout out to SDSU. They won one. I don't know if they won the second one. I think they low-key did win the second one. They did. You right. Sweet 16, y'all. Respect, man. Home of the fighting Kirk Morrisons as well, man. So, yeah. I like it, man. I like it.
Fine, I'll say one more. King Mike, 303, Mike High.
You said Mike High?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike High. Mike High. I like it. Shout out. One time for the coach then, man. Let's get it there, baby. All righty.
What do you want to start with? We had 3 signings today.
We did, bro. We definitely did. Man, let's tap into them real quick. Yeah. Why not? Think I got a graphic for that? I think I do. We're going to find out in a second, ain't we, Deke? Oh, all right, there we go. Let's ride with it, man. So we did have 3 signings. The first one, and I think the only graphic that I remember even texted about was Quez Watkins. So he was not the first. Was he the first one? He might have been the first one, yeah. Then after that,
10 or 11.
Then after that, we brought a familiar name to me, you know. Quarterback play, somebody real confident in his abilities when it's garbage time. Somebody really just got a lot of experience seeing him come on the field and protect the lead. I mean, if he's an NFL closer, that's what it would look like right now, just in terms of, hey, man, don't blow the game, bro. We already up big. You feel me? Kyle Allen, shout out one time for them Buffalo Bill quarter. It's almost like deja vu. It's like, yo, here, y'all take him. We're going to send him back. All right, y'all done with him. We're going to send him back here. So I expect Kyle to come back in a year or two. No worries, no rush, all right? And then the last gentleman, I'm going to get you to get the name. I definitely.
Dean Lowry.
Lowry, yeah. So, yeah, baby.
He's 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Was with the Vikings and Green Bay. Majority with Green Bay. 7 seasons up there. 6'6", 300.
300? We like 3 bills.
Yeah.
3 bills works. 3
bills
I
don't know much about him.
Yeah, I was about to pull him up, man. But in terms of, you said just 300 pounds, man, I just instantly think of interior depth. You can never have enough big bodies. And when we think of the Braden Fiocos, right? When we talk about Montravius Adams, and Montravius, he re-signed, but we lost Armand Watts is the one who left. So it's like, so it's like, man, can never have enough of the bigger bodies, especially this time of year. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally got to do more research on Lowry to find out a little bit more about his game. But in terms of Quez Watkins, that's speed on speed, take the top off the defense type of guy. Puts you more in line with, I say, poor man's J.J. Aguilar, all right? Or
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar, excuse me. Yeah, Nelson Aguilar. Puts me in that mind. You know, not the biggest frame, but he can
That's
go.
That's not a good sign when you're
I
saying
know. Come on.
Aguilar.
Don't do me like that, Deke. I'm trying to be the best I can.
Usually when you say poor man.
Don't do me like that, Deke. Stop it, man.
Stop
it. Don't do me like that, Deke. All right. I'm just trying to let me just get it off. All right. It's coming out raw right now. I'm just, all right. I'm sorry. Blame it on the beef this weekend.
He's probably faster than Aguilar, at least.
That's what who you think has the better hands, though?
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Ask Eagle fans.
That's the problem, right?
They're
now.
experts on the two.
Yeah. So it's like, man, I like the speed. I like his ability to take the top off of defense. And when he catches it, yes, he looks great. But I gotta be real. That's, you know how we do. Yo, it's clowning Deontay. Jobson. Yeah. This just a little bit different. That's all. Just a little bit different.
Yeah, Eagle fans call him Quez Dropkins.
Yeah.
We call Deontay what? Dropson?
Yeah.
Dropkins. I think it's from what I've
go ahead, Deke, because I don't want to be the only one dropping all this hot stuff on him. I don't want to be that guy. So
it's
help
even
me
worse
out, man.
than Deontay.
Thank you. Okay.
Like I think for us, Deontay had that really bad season with the ball security stuff. That was COVID year.
And it lingered.
And stuff still popped up with him, but it wasn't as bad as that year.
Yeah.
I think with Watkins, it's just always been bad, from what it seems.
From my research, from some of the tape that I've seen, and even us watching him play in games versus us, that's pretty accurate. But when he's catching and he's on. Kind of like what we said with Nelson Aguilar. We've seen Nelson make some plays. He's like, whoa, we actually witnessed one of those plays happen to us. And we was like, dude, what? So he is capable. But it's just when we're talking about from a consistency standpoint or what you want to bank on being something that we can depend on each and every time he's out there. That is a part of, the knocks on his game right now. So the one benefit I would say is this, man. At worst case, you brought in somebody that's going to be able to compete with Calvin Austin in terms of being a similar body type, fast, down the grass type of guy. So for Calvin Austin, this at least will make him feel like, bro, I better make sure I'm working because they're not just cool with me being the only fast guy on the roster. Clearly, they brought in another guy who's fast. But right now, I think for Quez Watkins, there's nothing guaranteed for him that he's going to make this roster. I think this is definitely competition for Calvin in the sense of that speedy dude. But for Quez, man, Quez knows in order for him to continue to have his NFL life progress the way that he wants, he just has to be more consistent with the catching of the football. He can catch, though. It's not saying that he can't, but in terms of the consistency, the fundamentals, the little details, right? Eyes always on and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to want him to be better than what he's been for the majority of his career, from my perspective, at least. And that's with all due respect. I don't want nobody to be like, yo, Moats, you tripled on him, bro. Like, with all due respect. You feel me?
Steelers Road Warrior says we are paying less per drop, though.
This is very true, but it's also a lot less production as well. DJ, if we did the drop versus catch and yardage rate, DJ go blow it out the water. With Quez, it's just, you know, we're not fully getting there, but like you said, it's very, very cheap. It's a lot.
Well, I'm just wondering what happened with him over these last 2 years. Like, how many snaps was he really getting? Yeah. How many looks was he getting? Because they signed A.J. Brown. It became A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Because he had that one decent season back in
that was
2021.
Oh no, you're right. That was after that. Yeah, it was after that. Yeah.
But ultimately, he wasn't good enough for them not to trade for A.J. Brown.
Right.
Like, they weren't that impressed by him.
Because he does have talent. And that's the thing. A lot of dudes have talent. He has talent. He has a defining characteristic. His speed is legit. He will run by you if you are not prepared for him. He will definitely do that. But in terms of the consistency, it can't be you have 2, you know, crazy games and then you kind of go quiet for whatever with the drops and stuff like that. That's some of the questions and stuff like, you know. But I like the opportunity for him. Because, number one, you're not asking him to come in here and be a number 1 or a number 2. And you're not pairing him with inexperience at the quarterback position. You still are going to have a certain floor. You're still going to have a certain level where you're kind of protecting him. So you're not getting corner 1 or corner 2. You might get the 3rd corner. It might be the 4th if it's a 4 wide receiver set. But that should give him a better chance to be his best self. But for me, I think it's less about who he's against and stuff like that. I think it's more about just, bro, get in the lab and consistently work on those hands, because you got the speed, but that's the part that he has to be better at. Kind of like we talked about with Deontay. It's like, Deontay, we know you can run routes. We know you can run by people. We know you can do all this other stuff, but that was what he needed to improve on. And me and you both kind of got a chance to see him working on that away from, you know, the football field. It was like, all right. And the results kind of, you know, reflected that. So for Quez, I'm like, man, that's what you got to improve upon, man. But I don't hate it. I mean, like I said, there's definitely competition for Calvin Austin, though.
For what his contract probably is, I don't think anyone could really see that big of a downside.
Yeah.
It's a 1 year, probably like $1 million deal.
Tops, yeah.
It seems like we're just throwing darts at dartboards with some of these upside potential guys.
Yeah.
That are receivers. Like, they showed some flash at their prior destination, but really didn't fully live up. And you're just seeing if one of them could catch on here with Russ at quarterback. Because you got Quez Watkins now.
Van Jefferson.
Yeah, you got Van Jefferson. You have Denzel Mims chilling on practice squad. And you also got Marquez Callaway on practice squad. They're all very similar stories. Outside of, because Denzel Mims never had a season like the other 3. But
see, I feel like Van is
a second-round pick.
I still feel like Van is like the highest of that group.
Probably, yeah. Because he won a Super Bowl. He had 800 yards that 1 year with the Rams.
Well, I think his game
more refined.
Yeah. You know, and that's the part. It's like, yo, you catch consistently. You understand how to take the top. You got your little depot. You going to hit him with that. But it's like, yo, you going to consistently do the little things right. And that's going to keep your floor high. The other dudes is like, yo, we've seen some of that. So, but the fact that all of them are here, and you got Russ, it's like, man, if any of that clicks and pairs,
sometimes all it takes is
come on now,
a connection on a random season.
Seriously,
with a quarterback.
Seriously,
yeah, maybe it didn't click in your prior stops, but if Russ likes you, if there's some type of connection, you never know. Just catch the ball.
Man, just catch it. If you catch it, the quarterback will like you more. Yeah.
There might have been one more thing I wanted to say, going back to the beginning there about me forgetting things about.
I know you love the Kyle Allen pick. I know you love the Kyle Allen pick.
I didn't want to talk about that.
You didn't want to talk about Kyle Allen. His previous stop.
Quez Watkins. Oh. What does this mean now for the receiver? What do you do?
What you mean? What we do?
I got my take. I think you still got to draft the guy.
How about to say
2 rounds?
What has changed? Yeah.
There's more people in the receiver room. So I feel like the Aiyuk trade's dead.
You think so? I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think there's no urgency on it though right now. That was my whole like issue with. I just feel like for the Niners, is it pressing for them to make this move now, or is that more pressing for us or other teams too? So for them, if they're trying to just, where I'm gonna get the best deal from, if they don't like what they're hearing right now for Brandon, it's like, well, we don't have to be forced to make a move. And I think that's kind of
and
how
I think,
felt about
but
it.
here's the thing: I think with that patience, I think the Steelers would just be like, all right, we'll draft a guy in the second round,
respect,
as opposed to giving up. You want a first round pick, but most likely maybe a second round pick's more fair.
Yeah.
Trade that second round pick and then shell out all this money for Aiyuk. Let me just draft a guy. I got all these speedsters in house. Maybe one of them can live up here in Pittsburgh with Russ.
Yeah.
And we'll have a decent receiving core then.
Yeah. My thing is, man, the way that we're moving this offseason has been telling me we're doing the opposite of cutting corners. We're doing the opposite of trying to, save some money. What I've been seeing is, man, if it's something that we want, we're going to get it.
Now if we got a deal, that's a different story. Like one of these guys in free agency.
So I'm just saying, like, if it works out, where the deals were, in our favor, like the Russ or like the Justin Fields thing, cool. But as a whole, we haven't been operating with this mindset of we trying to, do it the bare minimum way and try to get the most out of less. So to me, I think if we kind of leave this wide receiver room as is and just draft something, I need it to be first or second round at the.
Oh, it has to.
Yeah, because otherwise I feel like we're going backwards. I feel like,
question.
I'm like, this isn't our model. So we either going. That's why I'm like, I don't think the Aiyuk trade is dead, but at the same time, it's like if they don't make that move, something has to get done because this to me would be a little bit of a downgrade wide receiver group wise right now compared to what we had at least last year.
Yeah, the deal would have to make sense for us. I don't think Omar Khan's stupid. He's not going to just give him a first-round pick that they're asking for. The deal got to make sense. Like, we waited on the Justin Fields one, got him for a 6. So, if we wait out this Aiyuk one long enough, and, Aiyuk was out on his Instagram story posting emojis.
Yeah.
Showing that
it's some type of
he's a little ticked off. I think he's a little ticked off about the situation because John Lynch said that the Aiyuk trade's off the table. So I think the story that he posted was in response to that, but it was just a bunch of emojis. I think saying I didn't really decipher him. I'll be honest with you. I think it was just he's mad about something and not happy with the situation.
Look, man, he felt like he can't get where he want to go. Let my man either pay me or free me.
Basically, that's it. I think
it's either pay me or free me.
That's what he was going for. So maybe
Problem is, business don't work like that. I want to say we got your rights. We're gonna decide when we pay you or when we decide to let you leave. For us players, we're like, no, it's one or the other. Either you love me enough to pay me or you don't need me, I'm trash, let me leave.
I did my mock draft 1.0 today, and I did a lot of due diligence on these receivers.
Let's go. These
guys are awesome. These guys are really good.
This is facts, bro. Talent on talent, man.
Yeah, even if we get one in the second round, which we should because we need to take Jackson Powers-Johnson first. But, I think there's some good guys that are going to be available in the second round.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, if we don't touch anything, for a fact, get me one of them because it's too many of them that are going to be available in the first and second rounds to not get one if you truly need one, man.
You want to talk about Kyle Allen?
Yeah, man. I just, veteran quarterback play, got it, has had in-game experience. This is past season as well, He'll come in there. He won't turn the ball over, all right? Real leadership, when you see him out there, he breaks the huddle real well, man, sharp. But no, in all seriousness, man, in terms of him being QB3, because that is how I view him with our current depth chart, or pole position, granted, he will probably be second. No, Justin Fields is way higher pedigree. Justin Fields will be second in pole position. Just using Coach Tomlin's lingo. But to me,
Kyle Allen better not be QB2.
That's what I'm saying. No, because how Coach Tomlin said his whole justification behind Russ, he was like, yo, he's a veteran. He has a proven process. He has a method and all this. I'm like, so because he has experience, that's how you let it. So I was like, are you about to say the same thing? Because Kyle,
well,
you see what I mean?
Depending on what you want to define as experience,
right.
Fields actually has more than Allen.
In terms of like starts and yeah. So that's my thing. I'm just like, I just didn't know how we do it.
And he's just flat out better.
To me, it's Justin Fields. Justin Fields. It's the reason why it's Justin Fields. The reason why we're excited about the Fields move. But Kyle Allen, man, you can't go wrong with him, man. He's going to be quiet. He's not going to have you any issues, stuff like that. Veteran, knows how to practice, knows how to play the game. If you ever get in any type of bind, yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way.
This ain't the dude you want starting. It's the third quarterback that we talking about.
Yeah, I think it's a great sign for the third quarterback just to have him in the room, help out Fields, be extra eyes for Russ and Fields,
If you get to your third quarterback, think about when we got the Mason last year.
Well, I was going to say, if we get to
it's
him.
not a good scenario.
And it's for multiple games or for the rest of the season, we better be calling the Titans to trade for Mason.
That's my only thing, man. It's like, by the time you get to your third quarterback.
Or call the Eagles.
When you get to your third quarterback, you see how those are all desperation moves? Because when you're at your third quarterback, you're at desperation. It's the reason why those gentlemen aren't here and aren't viewed like how we view Russ and Fields right now, man. Yeah. Hopefully it don't get to that, though. Hopefully they have success where they at. Kyle Allen has success being QB3, and that means you look great in practice, preseason, and we never see you because when it's garbage time, we want Justin Fields to get them snaps. Yeah.
What if that actually happened?
What? Don't say that, bro. Don't be weird. Don't start. What? No.
Well, the crazier story would be calling up the Eagles to get Pickett back. That would be
Stop
insane.
It. No. I don't even want to think. No. How does that even sound fun? That doesn't even sound good. That just sounds terrible. Of course, it's bad. How does that phone call even start? I don't even want to die. I'm calling Buff. Hey, Mitch, come back, bro. All right, look, man. We there.
No, I'd call Mason.
By the time we get there, we there anyways, man.
I'd call Titans. I'd call Mason. That'd be my first call.
Well, my only thing is Mason's going to cost a lot more.
I'd call the Eagles.
Mason would cost a lot more. Because if Mason can do what we thought, then that means Mason will probably be either starting or have put together a really dope preseason.
Well, if he's not starting, obviously. If he's starting there, we can't get him.
Yeah,
then we got to call the Eagles.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. We down bad, bro.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen because I don't even want us to get to Justin Fields. I just want Russ to cook.
I always say, man, call the Eagles. Like, huh? Why?
Well,
I want to do that?
We're talking about our QB3 and Kyle Allen, and could he get you out of a pinch? Like, how you feeling about him if he's got to start? If he's got to start multiple games and for the rest of the season, I got to call some other teams. Eagles will be the first one.
Well, first for you.
If
that's fine.
Mason is starting with the Titans. If Mason's not starting with the Titans, I'll call the Titans first.
For sure.
Because I can't see Mason beating out Will Levis. I've said that multiple times.
Hey,
who you calling?
Not Philly. I can assure you that.
Who you calling? But who you calling though? Would it be the Titans?
Probably not, bro. By the time I get to my third, I'm not even on my third. Technically, I'm going on my fourth quarterback, bro. So you're
just bypassing Allen. Though.
Yeah,
I'm calling Big Ben back. Actually,
no.
First,
when I said I'm gonna be on my fourth quarterback because I'm still gonna put Kyle Allen.
You're gonna
out
roll
there.
with Allen.
Yeah, I'm gonna. By the time I get to my third quarterback, bro. I'm like, bro, which stage of the season is it? If it's the first 3 weeks, I think a different combo.
Well, if it's to the point
enough,
where you could still trade for it.
Yeah, it has to be early, and none of these dudes coming back. But I'm like, bro, what is my season even looking like now? Like, I'm good on them, man, because I don't feel like that's still going to help me. I feel like, if anything, you calling up Kenny, bringing him back, you've already seen how he was when he was here at the end of it. And then you saw even when Russ signed here, all communication definitely points to him being the one that asked to be gone. You wanted to leave, bro. I'm going to holler at you. You said it. Coach Tomlin confirmed it as well when he said, after the communication, he said he wanted to change the scenery.
Hey, what'd you say at the beginning? Everyone likes a good story.
Hey, so you wanted your change. Hey, you wanted to change the scenery, right? Well, hey, I'm going to holler at you with your change of scenery, man, because you asked for it. We ain't kick you out. You asked to leave, bro. That's confirmed
trying to win
now.
games, though. I think Kenny would give us a good chance to win games out of all the other guys.
I'm going to holler at you, bro. I'm going to holler at you. You asked to leave. I'm going to holler at you. Yeah.
Who you calling then? So you're going with Allen?
Yeah, I'm going with Allen, bro, because by the time I get to that, I'm at the back end of this thing anyways. I'm screwed up anyways. But I'm not calling you back after you want to bounce.
Who's, all right, Flacco's out there.
Okay.
He's backing up the Colts.
Yeah.
Minshew might be starting with the Raiders.
See, you make your head hurt even.
I'm just saying, I'd take all these. I'm saying if we needed to rely on Kyle Allen for the rest of the season, I'd I'd be looking elsewhere. I'm just trying to think of.
Well, I would ask you, what
for.
don't you like about Kyle Allen that you like more about these other dudes that we name it just in this scenario that you be willing to give up something for also, because we talking about trading for them, so we're gonna have to give up something to get them as well.
Our season, if we're winning games, team's looking good.
But if we win in games, who are we winning with if Russ and Fields is already hurt? Are we winning games with Kyle Allen and we saying we don't want him to be here after long? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This is like we just find out the news that we have to roll with Kyle Allen for the rest
so
of the
then
season.
We've never seen Kyle play here.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on.
Okay, well, teach their own. Because I'm sure it was a person that said about Mason last year that if it ever got to that, they're just ready to move on too. I'm just glad we got a chance to see Mason and he got the chance to change the narrative around himself. So that's why I'm like, bro, if I ain't seen him, man, go out there. Let me see what you do.
Yeah, maybe I'll give him a game or two. How about that? I'll give him a game or two.
It can't do no worse than what we seen the previous 2 seasons.
As long as we got cushion.
It can't do any worse than what we've had the previous 2 seasons with just the combination of everything.
Well, I don't
can't
know
be
about
worse
that.
now, bro. But our perspectives are different with some of the personnel, man. And that's fine.
All right, anything else with Kyle Allen? Yeah, he's a journeyman.
He got playoff wins.
Come on, dude.
Does he not?
Come on.
If he doesn't have playoff wins, then just say that.
Come on, dude. As the starting quarterback on those teams?
All I said was he has playoff wins. It was an accurate statement. That means he's been a part of teams that have been competing in the postseason and not just making it, but advancing.
So does Chad Henne.
Yeah. That's a good thing. It's called experience, man.
Oh, yeah. I think he's great for QB3.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I truly think this is a fine signing.
So when I asked you what was so negative about him, that's what I'm trying to figure out. We're not talking about him at QB1. We're saying QB3.
No, I'm just bringing up the doomsday scenario where we got to rely on him for QB1. I got to start thinking about some stuff.
And what did you preface it as? To start out, what type of scenario did you call it?
Doomsday.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he's great right now for QB3.
So that's my part. I'm like, how do I have anything negative to say about him as QB3? Like, yo, he's QB3. That's like me hollering about the 6 DB or something, bro. It's like, yo, you got experience. You've played. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Here's what's crazy. Here's why it's not as crazy of a scenario as what we're leading on right now is we've had to get to our QB3 multiple times over these last, 4 or 5 seasons.
Okay.
Like, we've got to that point.
And why has that been, though? It's been more so because of the play than the availability.
There's been injuries.
But it's been more play than availability. We saw Mason Rudolph get benched because of play. Duck came in, and then Duck got benched because of play. And then Mason went back out there, and then Mason finally got hurt. Then the year after that was when we had the whole 7 season. That was fine. 7 for 2 seasons. Then after that, Mitch started off. He didn't get hurt. Bad play. Benched him. Kenny comes out there. Kenny gets hurt. Then from there, went back to Mitch. Mitch played. Kenny gets back healthy. Yeah, we finished that season. Then this past season, Kenny plays. Kenny goes down. Mitch plays. Mitch doesn't get hurt. Mitch just plays bad. And then Mason come out there. It's cause and effect, man. I'm like, as long as Russ played well, we should never get to that. And if Fields plays well, if Russ were to get hurt, it should never come to that. But yeah, if we get 2 injuries back to back, it's like, bro, we screw it up, man. What's the O-line doing, man? What's happening? Yeah, I'm like, something got to be off, man.
I'm telling you, we'd have to call up Mason. We'd have to call up the Titans if he's their backup.
I think the people would be more for Mason coming back.
Yeah, Kenny. I think that's something we all can agree on.
Yeah. If I had to call,
I think Mason would be the
Tennessee,
universal number 1 option.
Yeah, Tennessee sounds better than Philly right now. Yeah.
But if Mason's starting for them, you got to start calling those Philly lines.
No.
Omar and Weidl, they're pretty familiar.
I bet
with that front office.
I know you still. I know you and John Easton would be the happiest people in the world. We know, bro. Ain't no wrong with that, and that's cool, bro. I don't feel that way about it.
We might be down bad at that point. Like, I don't.
No. I said you and John Easton would be the happiest if it got to that and we had to call Kenny Pickett to come back here. Is what
Not
I'm
necessarily.
saying.
If the Steelers aren't in a good spot, I wouldn't be happy.
You would, but you see how enthused, like, you're even lit, like, people.
I think it would be funny.
Just the thought of Kenny coming back to the roster has people in here about to throw up. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I think
it's night and day. Yeah.
Redemption story.
Yeah, you like, oh, that's funny. It's like, no, they're like, absolutely not, bro. Like, yeah. because he quit. They don't like quitters, bro. And that's what it comes off as. Not saying that it is that, but that's how a lot of people have perceived it. And it's,
Well, if he comes back, he ain't quitting.
Jesus. Hey, I just like your loyalty, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man.
No, we don't want it to get to that point. I want Russ to cook. I mean, it'd be really cool to see Justin Fields this year. I'm not even going to front. I'd like to see some of that potential, but
he can get out there the same way Kyle Allen has played in multiple games the past 2 seasons, bro. You take care of business early, you gonna get you some snaps, you get some tape out there.
Yeah, if Russ just balls out, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
That's the path.
Right, but it's like, yo, ball out, get the leads, and then you don't have to worry about...
I was talking about redemption story with Kenny. I mean, Russ is on his own redemption story.
He gonna have a real redemption. Fields too, though. So either way, we can't go wrong. I'm like, one of them redemptions gonna hit, bro. We got redemption on redemption. It's Kyle Allen ain't no redemption. That's his QB3. Just leave him as QB3 and he's fine. Who else got a redemption story? I feel like it's somebody else. I like it so far, though. Well, receivers, that's who it is. Yeah, putting the receivers, they get the redemption. Everybody work together.
Yeah, all 4 of those receivers.
Heck yeah.
With the upside.
I like it.
If one of them hits, we're looking great.
All we need is one to hit. And we got
one
a higher probability.
With Russ.
We got a higher probability because Russ, he connect with a lot of dudes. In terms of receivers, he connects. Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, man. So shout out to the 3 newest Pittsburgh Steelers then. All right. I like it. I like it. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. Let's tap in. Got some of these supers we're going to get on real quick. Ooh, excuse me.
Randy, what's up, Moats and Deke? I really appreciate the pod while I'm at the gym. I know Moats is a fan of Future, but what about Rap Beef? How'd you enjoy the new album? Thoughts on Kendrick dissing Drake and Cole?
Man, Randy, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Big Future fan. Big Future fan. God, dog, I just feel so... we were just talking about Russ, and I'm talking about Future again. It just... comes from a good place, all right? Comes from a good place. But in terms of Rap Beef, as long as it stays on record, man, I am all for it. I think it's good for the sport. I think it's competitive. No different when we talk about football players, basketball players, right? You like to see when dudes actually look like they got an issue with somebody, right? We always tapping in when it was Odell Beckham and Josh Norman. We've all watched some of these heated matchups. It's like, dang, man, they really going at it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, we don't want to see them dudes take off the helmets and now it's the Andre Johnson, Cortland Finnegan situation either. Because we like, bro, that's a little bit too far. So with this, I look at it the same way, man. Take shots back and forth, man. Bar the heck out of each other. Get your homies and everybody homies jump in it. But just keep it on the records, man. We don't need nobody getting hurt in real life. Nobody losing life either, man. Because we've obviously seen that happen with some of these beefs, and that's not cool. Because I bump with Future music. I bump with Drake music. I bump with Kendrick. I bump with all their music, man. So yeah, keep that coming, man. But yeah, man, I definitely rock with the new album though, man. I like it a lot, man. I'm still early into it. I've listened to it about 3 times so far. I'm working on the full car ride now. Cause like I said, I ain't had some other stuff going on. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You gotta get a workout in with the next. Are you like that? Like when you listen to music, you listen to different areas? Or you just like, yo, I hear that one time and I'm good, I'm locked in on it.
Oh. Man, I don't really listen to music like that anymore.
Yeah.
I just listen to country songs, whatever the hot singles are out there right now.
You turn into a pop country fan?
Nah, not like that.
Okay.
No, not like that. I got a country playlist. So
okay.
It's from Toby Keith, Kenny Chesney, Luke Combs, Morgan. It's the current stuff.
Whoa. What about that Beyonce?
Yeah,
Beyonce dropped that country. She dropped a little country.
That song's not bad either.
Come on. Yeah, what your country game look like, bro?
Yeah.
She had me ready to put my boots on,
basically,
man.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't really listen to albums.
Respect.
I don't know the last time I have. I mean, it might have been... Man, it might have been... When was The Life of Pablo out?
Whoa.
Yeah, it might have been that or
all right,
J.
I like
Cole, some of his albums like Born Center.
Oh yeah, there
was 1 or 2 that came out after that. Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah,
right?
I was about to say, well, you taking me back to Buffalo.
Some of those Kendrick ones too.
Yeah,
I listened to the full albums.
Respect.
It's been a minute. So yeah, when I'm listening to music, I'll just throw on my country playlist, put it on shuffle.
Bro, I like it.
That's really it, man. I'm trying to think of what music I'm listening to like that right now.
I can dig it. I think
I'm lazy. I'm lazy with my music.
This year has been a little bit different because a lot of my favorite artists have been dropping. So it's like, man, 2023, I had a Dirk album drop. I had a Future. I had multiple Drake drop. I had a Travis Scott. You know what I mean? So I'm like getting my peoples that I like to rock with. I had a Pusha T. You know what I'm saying, back then. So yeah, I gotta like work out, hear the music, see what it sound like. I gotta chop up while I'm, editing film, watching tape. I gotta hear what it sound like. I gotta be in the whip, daytime with the kids. Then I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, come back from dinner, music bump. I gotta see what it feel like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because certain ones are just like, yo, it just hit. Yeah. Or if I'm walking with the headphones, I'm like, when I go to get my kids the day from school and I gotta say what up to the security people, to the other parents out there, let me just see what he sound like. What Future sound like when we walk in here? Is he like that? No, is it like that?
Different vibes for different spots.
Yeah, you never know, bro.
No, I feel that. Yeah, maybe I should get back on it.
I like the country though, bro. That was a little different from you, man.
Yeah, and it's not like I stick just with that. Like I don't know, I got some classic rock thrown in there too.
Yeah.
I got a little playlist for that. Weekends, I turn it up a little bit more with some of the.
Because you could turn up the country though. You could turn up to some of it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what you would classify some of this stuff these days. Like. Maybe like that EDM stuff. Like, remember they were playing at Top Golf that one time? I was like, I vibe with that. Like, maybe I'll put that in the car for the weekends or something like that. With some Drake. Like, some of the,
I know
higher energy songs.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's just been mainly country. If I'm just in the car looking for music. It's either that or podcast.
Man,
my life's boring,
out, bro. Hey, boring is good. I tell you what, boring is good, man. I try to live a boring life too, bro. Boring is good, man. Boring is good. Don't ever apologize for being boring, bro. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Lonnie Rowe, ENTLLC. I think we need to trade some capital within reason to get two of the following names with the first two picks. Powers, Mims, DeJean, or Odunze. Which two players would you draft to win now, and what would you give up?
Man, give me Powers and DeJean. Well, I guess we still need a Odunze since we don't have the receiver situation. That's my hiccup right now. I like what you did there, Lonnie. I like what you did. Because, I'm sold on Powers. Because I saw some of the reports and we obviously talked what Coach Tomlin was talking about with just some of the offensive line stuff. But just in the sense that I can pass on Mims and it doesn't kill me to run it back with Broadrick at right, Dan at left. But I don't have my true center answer just yet. So I feel like I have to go Powers. But then on that back end, I'm like, Cooper will be fired where we could utilize him. But we did bring in Deshaun Elliott. So I at least feel like I got something there to offset me. I guess I got to go with Odunze then, man. Yeah.
Yep, Powers and Odunze.
Yeah, guess I got to go with them, man.
That's what I would do as well.
Yep. I just want some defense, though, bro. I hate the fact I got to keep going this offense, bro. Yeah, the league trying to get rid of all this defense, man. All right? So I just need something to give me – pick something on defense. Dang. We'll get to it, though.
We're the highest paid defense in the league.
I know. But it's just – I don't feel like defense is like the poster child. I feel like we just kind of keep getting kicked. Just keep getting kicked, man. Mm-hmm.
Fish Momentum, what's good, Moats and Deke? Miss y'all. Hashtag here we go.
Nah, salute you, man. Miss you as well, baby. Let's ride.
Fish Momentum, you check your inbox, Moats. Hashtag Ambition Music.
All right, I will make sure I get on it today. I got you today. Facts.
Fish Momentum, we got the better Allen from Buffalo.
Ooh.
Hashtag con artist.
Hey, man, I'm with it, bro. Listen.
No, we didn't.
Allen has never lost a game in Buffalo, bro. When he's out on the field, he's never lost. Okay? Whenever he touches that field, he's winning, and it's going to be victory formation at some point. Just remember that, Deke. All right? Elite level victory formation, bro. You can't go wrong with Kyle, bro. You can't. When Kyle touched that field,
I would love to back up official momentum on that joke. It's not even funny, though.
Bro, when Kyle Allen touches that field, the problem is we just haven't been able to have our own version of Kyle Allen. So that's what, like, your excitement for Kyle isn't the same as my excitement for Kyle. We cheer when Kyle comes out there because that means, bro, it's job well done. We ain't got to come back today. No. Hayes in the barn. Kyle, get you some snaps, man. It's a great day.
That has nothing to do with Kyle Allen.
That's how, in Buffalo, that's how we view Kyle. It's like, go finish it out, man. The game is done. Josh done cooked. So, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we here haven't experienced that. We're fourth quarter comebacks. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you win it. But it's just a different vibe. We don't get that kind of like folk underdog story. So it's like, same with like Zach Banner's eligible or such as eligible. It's like, the end of the game, Kyle Allen's coming out there now. It's a Kyle Allen game. Yeah, bro. It's a good problem to have. Hopefully we can experience some Kyle Allen games here. But that would only work if you... We don't want that. All right. It's up to you, bro. I get your mindset.
I want a Justin Fields game.
Hey, however you want to put it, bro.
Why do we want Kyle Allen out there?
That's fine, bro.
He's not QB2.
Hey, look, that's fine. However you want to have your energy about it, that's fine, bro. I'm just telling you why we like Kyle Allen, where we from. Because what we see from Kyle, Coach Fro, when you up big 3/4 of the game.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see Fields.
Hey, all good, bro.
Russ cooks 3/4. Then we see
bro.
Fields.
All good.
Allen stays on the bench.
Hey, all good, bro. All good.
Gives
man.
his insight. Gives his veteran knowledge to Fields.
It is, man.
Even
it's
gives
all
Russ
good.
some support.
It is all good,
Why do I want to
baby.
see Allen?
It is all good, baby. It is all good.
A2A Style, what's up, guys? Hey, Moats, I want to apologize for my boys mistreating your Dukes the way that they did. They didn't have to remind them that they are who we thought they were.
Hey, man, talk what y'all need to talk. Remember, y'all supposed to be winning the NCAA championship, right? So don't throw the party on the little JMU. We did. We're supposed to do. Let's see what y'all about. That's all I'm on, baby. All right. So, yeah. But I like your energy, though.
Let's go, UW. Well, it's official. The tackling is now a penalty. If the NFLPA doesn't fight it, they lose all credibility.
Oh, yeah, did see that. How you feeling about this hip drop, man? It's officially official now. 15-yard penalty.
When we talked about it last week. Stupid.
15-yard penalty officially if the hip drop tackle is deemed a hip drop tackle. Even with some of the words that Troy Vincent, who obviously is the head of VP for NFL and all the rules and stuff like that, man. But with Troy, it kind of was basically saying how with that specific tackle, that has like just such a higher injury rate than any of these other, plays and stuff like that. And that was kind of how they left it. Then when players specifically asked, well, if you're saying no to that, what is your alternative? The quote was, I just simply say, you can't do that. So not a lot of what you can do in these scenarios where the hip drop, as they call it, is the literal last result, the only way you're going to get this guy down. He didn't really provide any type of clear alternative. He just simply said, you can't do that. So we will see how this impacts it. I think offensively it should have a positive impact. I think we should see a lot more yards at the contact, a lot more just yards after the catch. When you're talking about guys being in that position where they're running and guys on the side of them, yeah, I think early on you're going to get the weirdo flags because it's going to be very challenging, from my perspective at least, to call that consistently in real speed without making a mistake. Because even how he worded it, he says, we're not saying that you can't tackle a guy from the side and drop your weight. We're saying you can't tackle a guy from the side, drop your weight, and swivel and land on his feet, on his ankles, where it's like, or anywhere below his knees. So even with him,
so it's not the drop tackle necessarily.
No.
It's a
he tried
kind of it. It's a swivel one.
So that's how that was the first time I even heard that portion of that, because prior to that,
they're just kind of testing it out.
You see what I'm saying? Because even before then, it was literally just the hip drop, and they just called it hip drop. Now they're saying when you hip drop to swivel and you land on the ankle, and we're just like, huh? But the ref has to call this in full time, and it's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. And they're saying that they're going to be fining players also. So I can obviously have the grievance with the 15-yard penalty. I have an even bigger issue though with the finding of it because it's not clear communication about it. And that's, like I said, I think you're going to run into some issues with some of these defenders, man. It just sucks for them. I get the NFL, though. They want to see more of the scoring. They want to see more of the explosive plays. That is what the casual fans like, and it's nothing wrong with that. You need all of the different dynamics for the business to be what it is. At times, it's going to suck for somebody in this group, and right now, it doesn't feel like, man, the defenders is like, yo, god dang, another rule? I don't like it, but I think the cause and effect will be offensive production will go up. Now, is it going to get to a point where people or fans or even coaches are looking at this and they're saying, bro, this was not the intent, and I think you created a bigger issue by trying to minimize this hip drop tackle, and then maybe we roll it back? I think that could be at play, but I think this first year it could get weird with them trying to legitimately emphasize this rule, man, or implement the rule.
Yeah. If it's not working, they better roll it back. And I don't think it is going to work. I think this is a terrible idea. It's basically just a tackle. It's a tackle. It is a little dangerous, but football is dangerous.
I'm like, bro, it's literally with football, it's 100% injury rate. You are going to get hurt. It's all about to what extent. And it comes off very hypocritical once again when you make this rule and there's not a lot of clarity about why the intent of this rule specifically needing to come up even came up in the first place. Like, who was complaining about this specific tackle to that extent to where y'all felt league wide we had to change it and change it now?
I think they were doing their own research because I was watching on First Take that
that's how they said it. It's 25% higher or something.
That specific tackle, something about the injuries are much more likely than other tackles.
But then the whole issue, and why I say it's hypocritical, is they will bring up that metric, but when you ask them to bring up the metric about injuries on grass field versus turf field, mum's the word. When you ask them to bring up the injury risk with adding another potential game, which we already said, they got that in the wings. They're trying to do that within these next 2 to 5 years. We know this. So it's like, but that's okay too, though. So why do you pick and choose in this of all things? That's the one that you want to, take this stance on where we can really point to this turf. If we really want to talk injuries and the higher risk, that turf is way different. But the difference is turf costs money. The hip drop don't. This feels good optically. This feels good for them in terms of on paper. We're making a change. Yeah.
It shouldn't feel good because I don't know if they've ever made a ruling like this or a change like this where I think about 95% of fans out there saying this is terrible.
Because you're trying to almost over safety.
Like no one said like some of the helmet to helmet hits or the extra precautions that the NFL's taking on concussions was like a bad thing.
Right. It's like
I think this is the one where everyone's like, no, this is terrible. Like you're taking football out of football.
Right. And we didn't specifically ask for this, nor do we feel like this specific thing was to that part where it had to be changed. It's like, yo, injuries are going to happen. Yes. And does it suck if a star player? Yes. But to act like, yo, this is the rule that needed to be changed, that was my whole issue with it, man.
Like anything else they've brought up in the past, the onside kick maybe getting changed to doing like a 4th and a long. Like, okay, there's banter back and forth about it. You don't have to like it, but there are some people that it might be like a 50-50 split or 60-40 split. Because there's certain
elements where it's like, this does legitimately make sense.
I'm telling you, like, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing out there. Like, I don't think any NFL fan really likes this.
Offensive cats. Dudes that play offense, they don't like it. They're like, bro, I don't know what y'all supposed to do with this.
It's almost like 100% approval rate against this rule.
Yeah, because they're like, yo, I don't know how y'all supposed to tackle this, because this is the whole issue and why you get in this position. The speed of the guys on that field, we're going to get naturally in positions where now we're side by side. So now when you factor in just the strength element, like we talked about, it's like, Deke, if you're a grown professional athlete and I'm a grown professional athlete, that means we are pretty much in the same vein, strength, speed-wise, or at least in the ballpark. You think I'm just going to pick you up, grown man, and just against your will while you trying to score? It's like, no. So how do I get you down? But
Jared Kraft thinks Derrick Henry's going to hit 3K this year.
That's the one I'm like, yo, how you tackling him? I want to see that one. Don't make the rules different for wide receivers or running backs either, man.
You're saying they can do the drop tackle, just no swivel.
But this is the part, though. What part of the drop tackle is the swivel?
I don't know. Some of the plays they were showing, I'm like, what do you mean?
It's like if he lands,
it looks like a tackle to
me. If
a
guy got hurt, it looks like they said, "Oh, this is what we're gonna throw in the tape." And if the dude doesn't get hurt, they're like, "All right, it's fine. Don't worry about this. It's a good tackle." I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It doesn't look like something that the referees are gonna have an easy job doing, though. I think it puts them in even more of a bad position. We don't like officials already because of the position they're in. Think about how people trip on just defensive holding, offensive holding. Was it PI? It's like, and even with that, at least it's a little bit more cut and dry. This is just a lot of gray, and it's happening so fast.
Or even just having refs affect big games, making calls late that you feel like are ticky-tacky or shouldn't have been called. Like, you're just adding another element to that, or just an increased chance for the refs to blow a call and
I'm glad you brought
impact
it up,
a big game.
I'm actually glad you brought it up, bro. I'm glad you said that because it literally clicked in my mind. I was doing the film sessions on Patrick Queen. Shout out to everybody who's watching the film sessions too, man. The Patrick Queen, the Russ, like y'all liking them. And for the upper room members as well, man. Y'all had a little extra heat in there for y'all. A little Deshaun Elliott and Dante Jackson breakdown as well, all right? So, man, it was the future, bro. I just hit. It's like, you know what, future, yeah, all right. With all due respect, shout out to Russ, okay? But I was looking at the play with Patrick Queen and Patrick Mahomes AFC Championship. It's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Mahomes driving back. He ends up scrambling, runs out. Patrick Queen comes, tackles from the side, right? Play was clean to me. Everything was good, right? Technically, it was not a hip drop tackle. But I'm just thinking in my mind, the only difference between that tackle and when Mark Andrews got tackled, and the same person he slid, and it's like, yo, he just how he slid and ended up on the ankle at the end of this thing. So when I think of it, I'm like, bro, could you imagine if it's a possession down or you about to go off the field and you actually go chase this quarterback who's just simply running laterally, but because you're chasing him so fast and you're trying to get him down and pull him back so he doesn't fall forward, they hit you with a hip drop tackle, 15-yard automatic first down, where it should have been a legit stop, bro. People go lose their mind, man. You would lose your mind.
Yeah, seriously. From
a
fan perspective, it's whenever those type of situations pop up, it's like, wow, I wasted all this time watching all these games for the season to come down to this call. Yeah. Like, really? Like, what am I doing here? Like, it's crazy. I mean, we'll be back. We'll be back next season, but it makes you think. And if it keeps happening, these rules become... I guess the rules become or make the game less and less football, or what we know football to be. Then, yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It is definitely going to be interesting. But I was not a fan of that one, though, man.
No, it's terrible.
Not a fan. Like I said, and you can't sell me on the intent of, oh, it's player safety. That was like the slap in the face, because I'm like, no. You can't say that this is the reason you're oh so gung-ho about this when the elephant in the room has been this since we was talking about this in 2010. They was talking about that before we got there. But you just ignore all that data. Ignore all those numbers because there's plenty of data out there that shows that number. So, but business is business.
It's terrible. I don't even like, I know you brought up, and you're probably right, that the NFL looks at this and wants more scoring out there. I don't even like. I just want good football, and sometimes good football is a good defensive game. Like, it's for me, it's never about the scoring.
Yeah.
I like those games back in the day when it was Steelers Ravens and like 07, 08. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it was strategic. Like field position meant stuff. Like that's football to me too. Like it can be. Like, scoring's fun, but I also view that as fun too. Like that's part of the game.
It's a balance to it. It's a balance to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you're right. They're gearing everything to favor the offensive side of the ball. Yeah. Like way too much. It's gone overboard the last few years with their rulings, because
like
you got some of these QB hit rules. It's insane. Roughing the passers, just unnecessary hits and shit. Like now you add this.
We say, man, you throw that ball in the middle of the field. Good luck as a defender. Good luck. Don't touch that man. Don't breathe on that man, because they throwing you out. We saw that firsthand.
Jonah Paul, it feels wrong listening to that new Future album. Love Russ, but that album is heat.
I'm just glad I wasn't the only one, Jonah. I'm just glad because, man, like, it dropped, And I'm hear it, and I'm just like, oh, this is one of them ones. Like, oh, I feel good about it. And then when the Kendrick, I'm like, oh, we got everything I need. And I got Metro just cooking on the bass. Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, bro. Yeah, it was absolute vibe, man. Absolute vibe. But it comes from a good place. All right. We're not listening to it with bad intentions or bad feelings towards Russ. We're not picking sides in this. There's
no Russ verses in there?
Not on this album, no. Obviously, he did have a hit last summer, Turn Your Click Up, Dog, with Quavo, and when his, got it out the field.
I wasn't familiar.
Yeah, he was like, he got it out the field, and he says, F Russell, specifically. Yeah, yeah, it was like, oh, all right, y'all still beefing, got you. So, yeah. So, but he was quiet on this one, so I was happy. It's like, thank you, Russ. Jeez, my bad. Thank you, Future. We could at least play this one and not feel all the way bad. But yeah, every time I hear that one line, I'm just like, that's like one of the hardest lines in the song, but it's a shot to you. And now that you're here, I don't feel comfortable saying that line. But it's the hard line just because of who it was and everything was going on. So,
Donovan LaRue, just wondering, Steelers had a 50% off sale last week. I got 3 hoodies,
that's what they
3
did,
hats,
bro.
and 2 tees for $110. Do they do that often? Because first I've seen it. They did that.
Yeah, so they did it.
I missed it.
They did it, but shout out to Donovan. Donovan with because I saw it too. I took advantage of it as well. But they was getting rid of a lot of jersey stock.
Trubisky jerseys.
No, it was a lot of jersey stock.
Mason.
It was a lot of jersey stock. You gotta think home, away, block number, color rush, adults, kids, authentic, iron on.
Deontay jerseys.
Bruh, I wish it was DJ. I wish it was. It was an 8 in there. It was an 8. But they had a lot that they had to get rid of. And I think they didn't want to make the block cop by simply saying it was an 8 sale. So they did throw in like random hoodies. I was looking like, yo, that all right. I'm gonna cop this one. Like, I know why.
Were they the hoodies like Kenny wore on the sidelines or something?
No, it was, bro. They will throw it. It was like it was. They did a good job. They did a good job of making it nice and wholesome. So
they're done with the sale.
You might could check it out. It might step, bro. It was up there for the weekend though. It definitely was because we all got the alarm. Like, oh, that's what we on.
The Rush jerseys aren't 50% off.
No, they weren't. No. But the Kenny's, bro. They was like it was. Chop, like, bro, it was one I think was like I could have got it all authentic for like $20 or something. It was like something stupid, bro. And I was saying, for a second, I constantly copping Greg another one. I was like, should I just get Greg another jersey just so you guys something just play around in? And I'm like, let me hold off, man. Let me just wait. But yeah, they did a fire sale, bro. They did
Manny's
a fire sale.
did something where if like you bring in your Kenny jersey, you get a gift card.
Respect, because I'm accustomed to this type of stuff.
What are they doing with the Kenny jerseys, though?
What you mean? The team?
No, Permanis. If you give it to Permanis, they're giving you a $25
maybe
gift
they
card.
just maybe they got a Pitt connection. They're gonna spin it back to like Pitt University. Maybe, I don't know.
Are they reusing the material for other clothes? Or?
Wait for the next number 8, and then just swap the names out.
I don't know. Yeah, are you donating it to Goodwill?
Send it to Africa, bro.
Because I don't know how many people are picking up the jersey at Goodwill these days. Like in Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh.
Big time,
I think that'll be sitting.
Yeah. That's well, when I clicked on the link, bro, and it was literally like the first. As soon as you clicked it, it was like the first page was all his jerseys. You was like, wow. Dang, it was like, oh, home, block number, color rush, away game. All right, this age group, that age group. You want the woman cut, you want the guy cut, you want the men cut, you want the plus size. I'm like, God dang, how many jerseys was it? So I get why they were doing what they were doing, and I get, they got to make room for the new inventory that's coming in. They got a lot of 3s, and do we got a Justin Fields official number yet?
Ooh.
Is it I don't know if we got an official number just yet.
I don't know. Let me check.
Nah.
I missed yesterday. I have been checking every day.
Like, he might have had one. Like, did we get an official yet? Yeah.
Saturday. I didn't check yesterday. Yeah. Let me see. It's still listed as 0 on like NFL Shop and Steelers.com. You could customize it, I guess.
Okay.
I don't see it. Nothing yet.
What was that one with the 1 up there? What team was that?
Huh?
Or was those Photoshops?
I think that's a fake jersey.
Yeah, I was like, it looked clean.
For $38.
That thing looked clean with that. I was like, ooh, the what? Wait a minute.
Yeah, NFL Shop and Fanatics, Steelers. They all got it still at 0-0.
That's the one we waiting on, baby. Drop that number. Drop that number, baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ship out some of these Fields orders at some point.
Yeah. It's coming soon though. We're gonna figure it out. They're gonna drop it soon.
Thomas Dowdy.
Well, shoot, they got to, because this time next month, they have OTA starting up. Not like the practices, but like dudes reporting back to the facility and stuff. This dude's reporting. If you're the new head coach this weekend,
he should pick it before Kyle Allen picks it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He might take an option away from Fields.
Hey, good call on that.
I'm being serious. Like, and even with signings and stuff too.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to be signing many more people out here that are eligible
Pre-draft,
for single digits. Like Queen got his when we talked about that. I mean, you give him that big of a contract, I guess we could.
I don't think
make the rules a little more lenient.
Has to worry about rushing or have to worry about Kyle Allen picking the number. I think
he doesn't have to worry about Quez walking.
No, because certain people just.
He's just gonna fit. Kyle Allen's
gonna
fit
in. They will make them wait. Yeah, they don't. It's a pecking order.
That's why Kyle Allen.
It's fine.
Great signing, right?
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. I've been a part of some of them number convos. They'd be like,
he's a big team guy.
You're the first. Guy. You get the first ask. And you gotta wait till he decides. But once he decides, then it's you. And after you decide, then it's a pecking order, bro.
Kyle Allen's this generation's Chase Daniel.
But he's not tripping, bro. Yeah, like it's a vibe. You called him this year's Chase Daniel. I like that. I ain't know if you can go Charlie Batch. I seen somebody say Justin Fields could be the new Charlie Batch. I'm like, I don't see Fields sitting like that.
That would be a waste
bro.
of Fields.
Yeah, I'm like, Fields ain't sitting there. Kyle Allen, you could Chad. It could be Chad Henne. He could be the it's been Chad the whole time out in Kansas City. So yeah,
he's not there anymore. I don't even know who's there now.
Was it more than one time? No.
I don't. Well, he might have been there, but I don't know who was there last year. I don't
Daniels,
remember.
Wasn't it? No, it wasn't Chase Daniels. Where was he at? I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I should know this. We all should know this. We got to see the Chiefs play a few playoff games last year. Like, why don't we know this? Thomas Dowdy. Zebras have ruined March Madness, but are trying to punish the bad ones. And the Steeler hater Chris Collinsworth owns PFF, which explains the NFL awards.
This is true. Oh man, you said the refs was ruining the March Madness. I ain't tripping on the refs. I like the refs. Refs be in a bad position, bro. I be feeling bad for them dudes. But yeah.
They're saying Allen might take 8. Rattlesnake Ranch says they brought in Allen to save all the 8 jerseys.
Okay. But all right, that could work. Think it could work.
What was his number up in Buffalo?
Shoot, there was a teen up there though. Yeah.
Booman 318. What's up, Moats and Deke? Madden 24 League still in full effect. Nearing the end of season 2. If guys want in to begin the new season,
okay.
Type your gamer tag in. Moats, come join the action.
Okay. Y'all heard what Boo Man 318 said though, alright? He said drop that gamer tag if y'all trying to get active with him on the game, alright?
I might need to start a franchise now.
What's up, man? Get in action, bro.
Steelers are looking good in Madden. This Quez Watkins pickup.
Yeah, that's speed, bro.
97 speed. We got Calvin Austin, 95 speed. Justin Fields, 93 speed. Might need to start a franchise.
Come on, bro. Let's say on the video game, we nice.
Yeah, you know what? Quez Watkins' spot might not be guaranteed, but it should be.
Well, the game,
to help with Steeler fans in Madden.
Yeah, he'll catch on the game too. He'll catch on the game.
I know. Some Eagles fans were saying he's underrated in Madden. Or not underrated, but he's like a secret weapon. Yeah. Almost like Calvin Austin is with the Steelers. He's a better wide receiver, too, than Deontay, just because of the speed. Pickens as your one. He's a good big body receiver. He can make the contested catch. Darnell, low-key, might be a better tight end than Muth in the game, just because of how tall he is. I think he might even be a little faster. But Calvin Austin, he's legit.
That is the craziest
Deontay's not bad.
Though,
Deontay's not bad, but I'd take Calvin Austin over Deontay.
No, in the game, no, absolutely. But that's the crazy part, though. It's like the video game versus like the real like life part. It's like some of the stuff translates. Like Mahomes is nice in real life. He's God on the game. But then it's like other dudes, you're like, dang, how's he nicer than that here? Because I don't think it would be a scenario we would ever say we would take Quez over like a DJ or even a Calvin right now. But on the game, you're like, yeah, that can run.
97 speed. That
kills on the game, bro.
One of the
that kills on the game.
5 fastest dudes in the game. At least the receiver. Yeah, so I think my team will be ready to go. Dante Jackson, I know he's fast. That would help. Him, JPJ on defense.
What's Deshaun Elliott?
We got Patrick Queen.
I don't even know. I forgot that one. Yeah,
I can maybe pick up Terrell Edmonds in free agency, put him as a box linebacker.
Okay. That definitely cooks on the game. That would definitely cook.
Yeah, I could have a good squad.
I like where you at.
All right, next we got. Let's go UW. It says Tech 9 over Future.
All right. Oh, to each their own.
Yeah, I guess these rosters aren't going to be updated yet, though.
Tech 9.
So I can't even play with this team online. I think they stop updating them after the season because they want you to buy the next game.
Yeah. Even though it threw me off, and I guess, no. I feel like I've seen screenshots of Madden with Derrick Henry for the Ravens. Like,
they might have did
recently,
custom rosters.
I was like, I feel like I saw him. Yeah.
Did you play against them online?
I never did play though, but I felt like I saw him though, and he was definitely in like the Ravens because he had like the 22 with the black visor. I'm like, yo, that's Derrick Henry.
I'm guessing custom rosters because people do stay up on that. Almost like you remember in NCAA, they would
good talk. Yeah.
do all the rosters and put the names in.
Yeah.
I know there's people out there that stay up to date on the rosters and get everything right. So, yeah, I bet you could download something where Russ and Fields are on the Steelers and all the new guys are there. But you can't play online.
Yeah, and that's
everyone's got to have the same roster.
Yep.
Now, you can start a franchise, though.
This is also true.
Can't start a franchise. I did say I wanted to hop back on Madden at some point here. Wow, this hiatus has gone longer than I thought.
But it's
I really thought I'd be back once the season ended, like in February.
You allowing yourself time though, man. You allowing yourself time to get that itch, miss it a little bit.
I would like to jump on and warm up before college football comes out. I think that comes out in July.
You got plenty of time, man.
I do.
You got time.
Madden starts to become dead.
You got time. I'm about to say, draft, you got time.
Which might be a good thing. Maybe there's less toxicity out there.
No, because that could definitely work, though.
Russell Schwartz. Moats, I picked up Big Ben 1/1 Super Bowl 40 card autograph.
Yo, let's go. Salute you on that. Was that on the website? I don't think that was on the website, was it?
You're selling Big Ben cards?
I don't think that was on the website, bro. I don't think that. Not autograph.
Are you talking about the Steelers?
Yeah, because he got the Big Ben 1/1 Super Bowl 40 card. On card autograph. Yeah.
Rod Dollars brings up a good point. He says college controls are going to be different than Madden.
Yeah.
They are typically. The game engine's a little different too, typically.
Well, because they got to have that triple option action.
You got to have the option.
Yeah, whereas on Madden, you don't. Like, the flow does feel different there, yeah. But then again, that's, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what completely to expect from it.
Well, I hope it's not the same as Madden.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're not the biggest fan of that, yeah.
Farron Bradford. When
the NCAA used to have, like, because it almost used to feel like with 2K, like, you remember, like, NFL 2K with, like, T.O. and stuff? Like, it was like, yo, it was a different style of play between 2K football versus Madden football. Right.
Yeah.
Or almost like NBA Live versus NBA 2K. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite was NCAA 09, the one with Darren McFadden on the cover. Actually, they had...
Ooh, okay.
They had different covers for each platform.
Depending on where you were at, though, yeah.
For 360, it was Darren McFadden. I forget who they had for PS3. Yeah. Was it Deshaun Jackson?
The Cal one. Yeah, that was a fire one. I remember seeing the Cal Deshaun Jackson. I remember Cal Deshaun Jackson. Remember Shoelaces. Cat out of Michigan.
That was the last one. NCAA 14. That was the last game.
Let's see. I remember Joey Harrington. I'm dating myself. Oregon. Wow. Yeah, I'm dating myself. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, Deke. Don't do me like that. Me and my little brother used to play that, man.
That was before I started playing video games. I think my first
Deke,
one was my first for both was Madden 03 with Marshall Falk.
Yeah.
PS2, and then I think NCAA was NCAA 04 with Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
That was my first for both the games. I played NBA Street too.
See, like Joey Harrington, like I remember,
NFL
like
Street.
we was watching that one. We was like, yo, this is Joey Harrington right here, bro. We straight. We got the game. Yeah. My dog Deke said, "Yo, I wouldn't even play the game back then."
I wasn't. I probably could have though, because I was playing N64. Yeah. I just didn't have a PS1 at that point.
Respect.
When I got the PS2, that's when I really got heavy into like sports gaming.
Okay.
That's basically all I got into. Like,
and see, for me, I did PS1, PS2, and I jumped to Xbox because I couldn't get PS3, and then after that came back PlayStation afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I did 360. That was the only Xbox I've done.
Yeah.
It was 360.
So I missed 360. I came back when it shifted just like the regular, like, was it Xbox One? Is that what it's calling it?
I think that's, yeah, I think that was the same one that came out with the PS4.
Yeah, because, yeah. I couldn't get that PS4 though, bro. That hurt my heart. I felt so sleazy because I was like, yo, I'm a PlayStation guy. And going from PlayStation to Xbox, I was like, oh.
So you got the Xbox One?
I had to, yeah, because I couldn't get the PS4. It was like sold out. It was all sold out where I was at. Yeah.
Oh,
and literally the only thing that I could get was the Xbox. And I was like, dang, but I wanted to have it because I wanted to play like all the new games.
Those PS4s were tough to come by. I think I pre-ordered it like a month before out of the blue. I went to a GameStop and just said,
you had to go to the store,
Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to want this. Yeah, so just let me pre-order this. I didn't really think much of it, but when it did drop, I was like one of the only ones that had it. And those graphics were, I think that was the biggest jump.
It was so ahead of the game.
360 and PS3 to what PS4 and the Xbox One was. That was a huge jump in graphics.
It was insane. I just remember the one.
I remember playing 2K. The 2K was crazy.
Because if I remember correctly, wasn't PlayStation, y'all had to pay for your for the online though, right?
No, 360 you did. Xbox 360.
So that's what because I remember with Xbox, I knew it was one of the other. I couldn't remember which one was, but I remember that was like a talking point of like, yo, you got to pay to get the internet, but the internet works better because it's paid for versus over there. It's all over the place. Awesome. Yeah.
But then PS4 made you pay too. I think that's where it equaled out.
It started like changing. Mm-hmm. And now you got to pay for all of it.
Yeah. Friend Bradford, when y'all talking about prospects, and do you have the same email?
Yeah, definitely the same email, moatswinners@gmail.com. Actually, Wednesday is already loaded up for us to do mock drafts, and we already got a couple that were already sent in that we got loaded up. So that's when we will officially kick off that because we felt, man, and we've done this now past couple of seasons, man, where it's like you do the mock drafts before we get the free agency, it kind of like doesn't match up all the way. So we was like, all right, we'll just wait till after the free agency, like the hot first week part. And now we just got a lot more clarity on positions. So yeah, the mock drafts officially begin on Wednesday. That's what we are doing. We got mock drafts and TG. That's it. All right. So from then on, yeah, we'll be starting to tap into all that type of stuff, man. So absolutely, Farron Bradford. Absolutely.
Sean McCartney, I have friends who are Philly fans happy that he's gone.
Yeah.
He's talking about Watkins. Mm-hmm. Too many drops, and we'll still need another receiver. Also, one cornerback prospect to look at is TJ Tampa.
Okay.
I've heard about him as a second-round guy, potentially.
You said second round?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm seeing some mocks out there. Or maybe it's just some of these databases and rankings they got. That Sanders still, like, jumping up to the second round out of Michigan. He's like a slot corner. I mean, I guess he's rising up that fast. I don't know. I thought he was going to be a third round. I thought that would have been like a perfect third round pick for us. But if he's going to be going in the second, hey, what can you do? Jeremiah Trotter, though, might be dropping to the third. You need to take him.
In the third, yeah, I like that. I don't want it in the second.
Really? You're out on him?
It's not that I'm out on him. I just don't think that it's going to be as impactful as if I were to go at Edgerrin Cooper or Junior Colson. I think to me personally, I would rather go with them. In the second, I think their game just translates better in terms of playing in space, in terms of it being a faster style of play and stuff like that. I think Jeremiah still can come in and play and produce, but I just don't think it would be to the same extent as those guys, and especially if we're talking about anything earlier than a third. It's like in second round, we're going to expect him to be doing a lot, or at least being like a starter in that role. And I personally feel like if Cole Holcomb is healthy, I'd rather go Cole over Jeremiah.
Yeah, I was thinking more.
And then we got Patrick Queen here already, so I'm like, that takes the whole E-Rob element. And now I'm just like, well, shoot, give me the veteran E-Rob, and I already know his game translate. He already understands how to be a bigger, less athletic guy, but still make plays at this level. Whereas for the rookie, he's going to have to learn that. Along with, you got to learn special teams so I can keep you on a helmet while you're learning defense. So that was just kind of my hesitancy with him in the second versus the third. Whereas I think Colson and Cooper, I think they can come in and athletically, they're going to bring certain elements that Cole Holcomb. I'm like, yo, I think Cole is smarter than them, but I think they can be more athletic than Cole. And that's the kind of where I would sell myself on them dudes.
Yeah. So third might be the perfect spot. I mean, I like him a lot. I think he could be a perfect running mate for Patrick Queen, like down the line. Mm-hmm. So if you get him in the third, I don't think the expectations would have to be crazy high.
Right.
Because you are getting a version of Landon Roberts and Trotter, but I think he's got more upside and more athleticism and can be better in coverage. But yeah, I don't think you need all that from him in his rookie year. But down I still think he could work. Like if you're giving me a more athletic Landon Roberts paired with Patrick Queen for multiple years, that could be a good little duo.
No, respect.
Especially if you're getting him in the third.
Yeah, respect. Like I said, third, that's straight. I just think in the second, that's a harder to
I just thought he was going to go in the second.
Oh, I'm showing that.
So if he was going in the second, I don't think we would be getting him anyway.
Yeah,
but whenever I was going through some of these mocks, I'm like, oh wait, I could still get Jeremiah Trotter in the third. I could draft center, receiver. Trotter's there. Whoa. Maybe we get a corner with that late third round pick too.
I like it.
I feel like that's the path right there. I hope Omar Khan's listening to me.
Omar's always tapped in. That's the way I feel like Omar. If y'all talking Steelers and it's an idea, he's like, hey man, let me check that out. All right, I don't like that one. Oh, you know what? I like that one right there. Yeah.
Next, we got Nanzito. I have an issue with Mike T being reluctant in playing Broadrick in his actual position. You would think he'd learn from the Dotson situation, but no. SMFH.
So I get your grievance. I don't all the way agree with it though. And I'll tell you a little bit why. So in terms of Coach Tomlin, man, he was speaking to the media down at the NFL coaches meetings. Shout out to him not being in the picture too. All right.
Why did he do that?
I have no clue. He wasn't the only one. It was like 4 of the coaches. They just didn't make the big NFL coach picture. Yeah.
Did you see him do those interviews today?
Yeah, I watched
the videos of him.
No, not all of them.
Why was he sweating so bad? What was he coming from?
I'm like, bro, is it hot? Yeah, they're in Florida though, so maybe it's just hot. Oh no,
no AC.
Maybe he popped something on.
Dude, he was sweating bullets. Like I felt bad for him. Like no one gave him a towel for the first 10 minutes of the interview. I was like, help him out,
bro. Oh no, bro. Oh no. But yeah. Oh no, bro. Oh no. But the thing with Coach T, man. It's not that he's reluctant to play Broadrick at his natural position, but you have to understand he's trying to put together a roster. By having a hard stance that today he's going to move Broadrick to left tackle and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you effectively create another position that you have to fill, and that is right tackle. Because we've never seen Dan Moore start at right tackle in the National Football League. So you're either going to blindly trust that Dan Moore can be that guy, or you've created a new issue for your roster where you need to go in free agency and go get a tackle that can start and that can give you better production than Chooks and Broadrick last year or equal production to them. Or now you got to draft something like that in the first or second round. Well, we already still got to do that for the center position. We already still have some questions about, do we want to add to the wide receiver room? So I think in that vein, you can't fill every hole in one off season. So sometimes you try to figure out, man, what's going to give me the least amount of collateral damage here? Me moving Broadrick to his natural position because Dotson left and it worked out for Dotson that he got paid, even though it still worked out for him here also where he still played well. It's like, man, we can't create extra issues out of fear of that happening again. Right now, we understand that we got a lot of pieces in place, and could we go out there and still start every game this season with Broadrick at right tackle, Dan Moore at left tackle, and still be fine? The answer is yes, because we've already seen that happen. So for Coach Tomlin, it's like, yeah, if you can get an opportunity where the right tackle falls to your lap and is perfect, then yeah, he'll be the first one to get that guy and Broadrick will move left. But if he can't this offseason, you don't want to create another issue that you got to address because we only got so many draft picks. You only got so much money in free agency. And that's the give and take of building the roster up and the whole salary cap and stuff like that. Trust me, I would love for Broadrick to go play left, and we would love for Dotson at one point to go play right. But it's like, okay, when you got David DeCastro at right guard, Yeah, I want Dotson on the field. I'm not going to just sit Dotson behind David because David plays right. He played right now. Bump him to the left. So we kind of where we are, or that's kind of where we are right now with this Broadrick thing, man. But I'm sure once they feel like they either have the person that can play right tackle or they don't have to deal with all these other more pressing needs, I think we will see Broadrick over there. But right now, it just hasn't played out like that this offseason. But granted, this offseason has been kind of different just in the way we've seen the quarterback room shift and even how these wide receiver room is shifting. So it's new information. We just kind of got to roll with it right now. But I do understand what you're saying, though.
How do you feel about just the Broadrick Dan Moore swap?
I don't like it because what makes me believe that either one just magically plays to the extent that I saw them playing or the level that I saw them playing at the end of last season. Because when I saw them last season, Broadrick was at right, Dan was at left. When I saw Broadrick play all them games consistently at the end of the season, he was at that, he was at that. Now we just going to flip him, and we, on paper, just act like it's simple, but that was the whole grievance that we had with Dotson. Right guard versus left guard. Well, both of your feet balanced, you're still playing guard. What's the difference? But he even said it himself, man, I'm just more comfortable on that side. Zach Banner had talked about it, right? Right tackle versus left tackle, the footwork and things like that, power hand, the type of bodies you facing. So I just don't assume that it's just going to magically work because we just flipping them and they play well at them spots. I'm like, I still need to see it so I can actually know, hey, Broadrick, you can play left at the NFL level and dominate this thing. Dan Moore, you can play right at the NFL level and do your thing. I just ain't seen it yet. So what I feel comfortable going into the draft and just not touching tackle at all, and that be Broadrick go play left, Dan play right, me personally, I would feel uncomfortable about that. But it could work out. And if it does work out, man, heck, great. And that's why the coaches get paid what they get paid. But for me personally, I would be a little bit hesitant.
Yeah, I'm curious about that because Broadrick obviously was drafted to play left. And Dan Moore was a left his whole time in college. But I remember him coming out. Like, we started him at right tackle.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did anything bad at right tackle. It's just Chooks sucked at left. And we had an injury and we had to move Dan to left. And it was like, all right, this works. Let's just keep him there. So I'm wondering if, like, Dan would actually fit right tackle better. Broadrick would fit left tackle better. But the only way you'd find out is if you mess with it in this offseason. Yeah. And I wonder how much the Steelers are thinking about that. Because I think they like Dan Moore.
They do.
And there's obviously a reason they drafted Broadrick Jones.
Because they love Broadrick, but they like Dan. Like, that's legit. They feel like they look at Broadrick like he's going to be the new Pouncey for them. Like, that's my alpha male. That's my dog. That's my future leader of this team. That's my bully in the interior. I love it. Love when you talk to some of the coaches and how they talk about Broadrick. It's like, yeah, all right. But Dan is like, yo, they like Dan because Dan has started a lot of games in this league, bro. Like, it's just hard when we evaluate because we want great. And if you're not great, it's hard to just appreciate good. But it's like, yo, that's where he's at right now. He's just a good player.
And that's what I'm curious about with the left tackle being such an integral position. Why not take the guy with the more talent, the more pedigree, put him over there and just feel it out? Because I don't know. I don't think Dan Moore would look lost out there at right tackle.
No, put it like this. They're not overly skeptical about can Broadrick play left. I just don't think that it's just this foregone conclusion that you can just move Dan from left to put him at right. And it's like, all right, go ahead and start 17 games. I think that's a legitimate conversation. And these decisions happen now because once the season gets here, we don't get to go back into the draft and say, all right, Dan, we saw you struggle a little bit in preseason. We saw you struggle in training camp. All right, let's go draft Marius Mims. Let's go draft, this cat over here. We don't get to do that. We don't get to go back and say, all right, man, well, y'all actually played well. We don't need to draft this center, or we don't need to draft this tackle or pay this tackle in free agency. We can go ahead and draft this center in the first round now. We good. Like, we just don't get to do it over. So if we believe in him, it's gotta be right, because otherwise you've created a big issue that we won't be able to answer or fill once the season gets here. And now we in the middle of the season trying to figure out why we got to always put the tight end on that side. Why we always got to have every play rolling away from that side. Why is everything got to be this type of offense? Was because that guy can't block him. And that's kind of what you will pigeonhole yourself into to an extent.
Yeah, I would just start to get worried, though, like down the line, if we just keep playing Broadrick at right.
100%.
We're having the same conversation.
100%, bro.
in 2025 about
100%.
moving Broadrick to left. It's like, he just played 2 years in a row at right tackle. Like,
but I still don't feel like
more familiar with that side.
I don't feel like the hesitancy, though, even with this convo, is based at the forefront on Broadrick. The hesitancy is once you move Broadrick, you still feel good about your left because of Broadrick. But now you feel like, is Dan Moore your peace of mind at right tackle? Because people didn't have peace of mind with Chooks at right tackle. I'm asking myself, is Dan Moore, who I've never seen at the NFL level, start a game, a regular season game, and play right tackle, is he going to be better than what Chooks was doing? Because I thought Chooks was fine. I know everybody don't like Chooks, though. So that's where I have my hiccup, and I feel like that's where the team has their hiccup. It's not about Broadrick. I think I feel good about Broadrick, man. But to do that, you're going to create this, and that's the part where you got to ask yourself, do you truly believe in Dan? Do you believe in Dan more as a right tackle than what you've seen as a left tackle for this upcoming season? Because next year you can change you don't have the same holes next year. If we get a center this year, you corner, receiver, however we do it, it's like you don't have to readdress those next year. You're still young in them spots. But now it might be, all right, now we really going to get this right tackle because, Broadrick, you're definitely going over here now. Maybe we got to add a guard too because of either Samuel or Daniels. But it's like, it'll just be a different set. Whereas this offseason, quarterback, right? We said, regardless if Kenny was here or not, we said we're going to add to that room. We knew inside linebacker. Corner, definitely. Safety we needed to address. And we still got to address wide receiver and center. So, you know what I mean? Like, we had just other stuff kind of at play, too.
Yeah. I'd be curious. What Dan Moore can do over on the right side.
Yeah. I'm curious, too. How much are you trying to find out, though? Like, what would you be willing to put on it? Like, in the sense of, are you curious enough but confident enough that you wouldn't touch that position and you go center, receiver, corner?
I think I'd bring in Matt Filer. Some depth.
I feel a little different. I think I should be.
Or then you just have him play left tackle and Broadrick right tackle then.
Yeah. Like if it came to that.
But then, I think you're risking some stuff with Broadrick's future by doing that.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Pick your poison.
100%. Yeah, because my whole rebuttal was, I don't want to create any offensive line issues that don't need to be created because we know how damning that can be to just an offense. Now, I've seen Russ play behind an offensive line in Denver. Watching that tape on him, that offensive line was nothing to write home about. He got sacked a ton. He got hit a ton. But it's like it was still certain things where it's like, okay, I'm still watching him overcome this. I'm still watching certain things that they could do to help him. But by helping offensive line, you minimize the routes. So you got a whole bunch of two-man routes. And we complained about route trees and the complexity of some of that stuff. Very similar to what we hollered about here with Matt Canada at times. It was like, yo, we want more complex, but at the same time, it's like to do that, protection has to hold up. I just feel like we're doing this game again, you know? But now instead of it being Chooks, now we're playing it with Dan. Yeah. So.
Well.
But either way, man.
That is a conversation that's going on right now. I mean, it's something we'll find out about within the next month in the draft, whether or not we do address right tackle in the early rounds. Because I'm not feeling great if you draft a right tackle in like the third round.
I would agree. For all that, I'm with you. Go get Fowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have too many options. I think the tackle market, the center market is down in free agency right now. It's a little bleak. You got to draft the center. I know that.
I was going to say, which one do you feel like you
center,
can't lose?
You have to draft the center.
We're on the same page there. I'm like,
yeah, even though I'm curious about moving Dan Moore to right and putting Broadrick over to left and flip-flopping him, I could roll with how it was last year. That's fine. We got to get a center.
I'm like, I can't go out there with no center, bro. Like, I just can't. And I don't want to go out there with, hey, James Daniels or Nate Herbig, you just bump over here. It's like, no, I don't feel good about that.
Our hand is tipped, and
I don't feel good about that, bro.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just draft JPJ in the first round because I don't even want to risk Zach Frazier potentially not being there in the second round.
Okay, Deke, we are on the same page. I'm like, bro, why
just
are we
draft
even
him
playing?
And get on with it.
Get him. You know what it is. Check it off.
It's going to be a boring first round, but I don't care.
It's effective first round. We got what we needed. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I am with you, man.
Now, it would be a different story if you guaranteed me Zach Frazier in the second. You could get maybe Brian Thomas or one of these dope receivers in the first.
But they said it's a couple of teams, though, that could be in the center market, though, or need interior offense linemen that are picking around where we are after we are. So
yeah.
That's the
I'm seeing this Duke guy starting to
Graham
move
Barton.
up the boards.
Yeah. They like him a lot.
What's the deal with him?
Well, he's versatile.
Is he in their class?
Yeah. No. So to me, when I got back from the combine, that was one of the names that kept popping up in terms of the big three centers. They weren't speaking on Van Prane. They were like, "Yo, he's cool.
He's in the third.
No. When I mean as in the top three centers. No. When I say top three centers, like or just enter off, they were like, "Yo, Jackson Powers Johnson, Zach Frazier," and they said Graham Barton. They was like, "That's the other guy that a lot of the NFL scouts." A lot of the film junkies and stuff like that, that was the guy that they were more on. But they said with him, he had switched positions. So I feel like they said early on he played center, and then he switched to tackle like the last like year or two or whatever. But I want to say it was his freshman year. He started like all the games at center was cooking, and then after that they moved him out to tackle, and he was still playing really dope. He was at left tackle. I want to say this past year. But that's the part for them where they're like, this dude. Put him back in there. He's in the same conversation as a Frazier. So I'm like, all right, I get.
JPJ is still a tier.
Yeah,
above.
they say JPJ is the clear guy, but they was like Grant Burton is more in that Frazier range versus Van Prane. They say Van Prane, they feel like is that clear. That's like that next tier of them dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, Charles Big Noriega. He played center, tackle, and guard. But I know he played like multiple sides, but he definitely started at center, started at tackle. Got some guard in there too, though. Yeah.
All right, that was from Nanzito. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, shout out to you, Nanzito. Shout out to you. Y'all hit that like button if y'all digging the convo, man. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, man, we almost finished up with these. I thought we were almost finished up. Jeez.
We're getting there.
All right.
Seth West, shout out from Titusville, Florida.
Let's go. Shout out. One time for the Florida Steeler gang. I like your energy down
good
there.
Vibes, gifted a Moats membership to Big Boy.
Shout out Tito, rock star at life, and one of my favorite new followers on IG, man. I like how you do what you do, all right? Get that work out there. I see you jumping the rope. You know what time we on, all right? But who was the individual you said?
Big Boy.
Big Boy, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. When you say Big Boy, I started thinking of Andre 3K. Because Kendrick Lamar had he dropped a little 3K reference as he was going at Drake and J. Cole, and it made me think of Outkast, Big Boy, Andre Stack, you know what I'm saying? So it's always coming full circle, man. This is what beef do. Shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Future.
Right.
Respectfully.
Mac the Guru, Baltimore Gaming, says Deke is in the breakup phase with Kenny.
It's like, yo, I think I'm ready to move on. All right, but let me just like her IG pic. Can I just see her pic? Let me just search her real quick. Deke, stop searching her, bro. Just let it go. You searching it. You trying to see. Man, what she wore on that first day of Philly class? What she wore out there? He had long socks.
I'm not doing that.
He better not have two. Oh, you only gonna wear one glove out in Philly? How dare you? Yeah, don't do that, Deke. Don't do that, man.
I'm definitely not doing that.
He done grew locks out. He done cut the hair off. Oh, now you want to buzz cut it? Russ get a buzz cut. Now you want to get your hair cut? There, bro. Say stop checking for your ex, man. Just move on, bro. Just move on, all right?
I've moved on.
We move it on, bro. Bigger and better. We just move it on. So that's how we go sell it to yourself. It's bigger and better.
I said my piece last week.
Yeah.
I still think the dude can play. Omar Khan said as much in his media interviews today. Just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Didn't work out anymore.
And the words of Coach Tomlin, wish him nothing but the best going forward, man.
Yeah.
Wish him nothing but the best.
Except for when he's playing us. Which is in games that impact our playoff seeding.
Legit.
I need him to lose.
That's legit.
Corey Hewins, hip drop tackles are banned now. Yeah, we talked about that.
It's official, baby. But we should see more points. We should definitely see more points. That should benefit us. We ain't tripping on that. We need more points.
Like basically, if Jalen Hurts gets hurt at some point this year and Kenny's got to play for however many games, like I actually think he should perform well.
Yeah.
Based off what I've predicted about him, right?
I'm
not backing off that take.
I look. you still compliment your ex though, bro. Just move on for your ex. You over here like, yeah, I broke up with her, but you know what? She got some nice hair though. I told you, man, she been working out. She, you know what I'm saying? She done curved up a little bit, but you know, still, man. Hey, look, I feel good with my new lady, but you know what I mean? If it ever happened where my ex had to get out, it's like, come on, bro. Like, that's your ex, Deke, man. Just, that's the ex, bro. Let the ex be the ex, man. Just let the ex be the ex.
Russell Schwartz. Beyonce country song is trash. Sorry, not sorry.
Right, that's the beauty of music, though. It's subjective, man. Everybody ain't gotta like it. Everybody gonna love it, but you know, to each their own. To each their own.
Devon Hebert. What makes anyone think the refs are going to be any better calling the hip drop penalty when they can't call any penalty routinely and accurately anyway?
Promise you, that's my energy with it, man. Promise you.
I agree with that.
Does not make sense. We had a couple. I'm gonna get them real quick. Hymnal Star. Shout out to Hymnal Star. He says Kenny is banned from the Berg forever, is what he says. Then he says he is in the same boat as Neil O'Donnell. And this part is for you, Deke. He says, we don't do quitters, Deke. You know that. And he says that with like 30 exclamation points on the end of it, too. I said, won't do no quitters, Deke. That's what he said, bro. Hey. Volunteers, not hostages, is the words.
I don't like how Kenny's tenure ended here in Pittsburgh. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Didn't like what transpired.
No.
And yeah, if the reports,
that makes two of us. I'm with you.
Well, if the reports are accurate, then yeah, that is on Kenny. I didn't see that from him. I didn't expect him to be that way.
That makes two of us. You know, my whole demeanor about Kenny this go around is different than what it was last week because it was like we just heard from him and it was like, all right, we leave it alone. But Coach T did say he wanted to change the scenery, man.
Yeah, that combined with the Mason reports. Again, those aren't really confirmed one way or another, but it looks more likely than not at this point that he did refuse to be the backup. Yeah, I just didn't see him being that way.
No, respect. And I got one more real quick, and then back to you. Antonio Carter, he says, they banned the hip drop tackle. How we feeling? All right, and I was saying, because, he said it, Corey, a lot of people been talking about this hip drop, man. We've been talking about it, so, it sucks, though. Definitely sucks. But it's going to be up, though. All right, now I think we back to you, Sean McCartney.
Yeah, he says it's sad that the NFL passed the hip drop tackle penalty. College and high school will probably be safe. NFL will eventually be ultimate frisbee.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy right there. Like, you're not having this penalty called or the rules changed in high school or college, but at the professional level, you're changing it.
Yeah, bro.
What? How does that even make sense?
Well, not all rules are, universal, and just in this of like for the levels of it. So it's like certain things you could do in high school that you can't do in college just because we assume that the college player should be a better athlete, and then vice versa when you go from college to the NFL, and even like while the field itself, like when we talk about the hashes, right?
Yeah.
More narrow versus wide and all the other stuff. So I kind of think of it more along that lines. But I would also say
some of the techniques, like when the NFL was trying to lead things with the tackling and less concussions, like that was getting carried on to college and high school, right?
So I got you. So the way they do it is this, and I'm sure they're gonna talk to the people that be heavy in these things, man. But typically the way that it works is we get the rule, whatever the rule is. We're going to get it all season. There's going to be some OTA tape. They're going to try to find whatever tape to support this stuff. Then you'll hear when it was the concussion stuff, they called it heads up football, the heads up tackling initiative. And dudes that work in the community, dudes that do the football camps, the football abroad stuff, even here locally in Pittsburgh, for whether it was a player like myself or even some of the high school coaches, they had to get certain certifications through the NFL to be classified as heads up coaches. And that meant that they were getting taught what we were teaching them or what the guys that we deem, all right, you're the expert in tackling type concept. So this will probably have a similar ripple if it lasts, because I still am like, if you're asking me how do I coach this, I'm just like, good luck. Don't get on the side because you can't pull them from the back. That's a horse collar. Or you let them run and you reach for the ankles, man. Shoot the ankles. That's about all I could think of. But even with that, good luck. Because, we all are at that level. They are high-level athletes, man. So, but that's kind of the thought process with it. It's like, man, they're going to start preaching it to the college kids and preaching it to the high school kids if it came to that. But I think he's gonna have a lot of kickback personally, because it just doesn't seem football like. It seems like you're getting further away from football. And this isn't the headshot that I get the headshot. It's not the defense. I get the defense. Oh, don't hit a blind. I get that type of stuff. That was more the bravado. That was more the, we macho, man. We trying to send a message saying where a receiver could shake us. It's like, that's our retaliation. When we thump one of them, that's how we get the get back. This would be like if them saying, man, you can't I'm trying to think. You can't get a pancake anymore. Because when you pancake a guy, man, you hurting him. You're like, dang, bro. Like, it's probably not the same analogy, but it's just a regular play that has a physical ending to it. But hey, man, sometimes you might get banged up on it. That's all. I mean, in terms of how I think of it. But this is where we are right now, man. Shout out to the NFL. Shout out.
Sean McCartney. Yo, Deke, can you hip tackle on Madden? I don't know. I guess. I would call it a normal tackle.
I think I would too, yeah. It would probably like a normal tackle. You can hit stick on Madden. They'll never throw no flag. Shout out to that.
Joy Weaver, use this to help TG buy a new phone. Here we go, Steelers.
My dog TG, man, listen. The amount of stuff that gets sent to TG for his technology, bro, I just be like, yo, where does it go? What happened to it? I know you got it. I've seen you use it. Then it disappears. So, shout out to my dog, though, man. Shout out to my dog.
Chris, on behalf of the rest of Canada, even if they disagree, go Steelers. Thank you, Arthur and Deke, for the solid discourse and entertainment.
Hey, salute you, Canada. Oh, Canada. You know what time it is, Chris. Nah, man, from the heart. Definitely appreciate you, man. No, we got love across the border. Yes, indeed.
Dondre Zell likes JPJ in the first and Keon Coleman in the second.
That'd be fire. Because we're going to need a receiver.
There's a couple other receivers I like better than him.
Very true. But at worst, if that's at worst, I can work with it.
Yeah, I'll trust us when picking a receiver.
Yeah.
If there's guys available, man, Keon Coleman is the guy that picked, I'll just be like, all right. I'll trust the scouts. I'll trust the evaluators. It is what it is. If it's just him out of like the first and second tier of guys, then I guess at the same time you just got to live with it too because he's the best available.
Yeah.
So either way, yeah, I guess I wouldn't be complaining that much about it. But there's a lot of guys in the second round I like better than Coleman.
Is, bro.
I think better route runners, faster.
Mm-hmm.
He's big though. But I don't think we need that. We don't need that right now.
We got a lot of size. We get some size.
We got picking.
Yeah.
I need
the guy that.
Well, I don't know if you want me to drop any names right now. We could save it for later.
Ooh.
I like the dude from Oregon, Franklin.
Deke's off the top, bro. Okay. Shout out to Franklin. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think he's the guy to target in the second round. I like Leggett a lot, too, from South Carolina.
People like Leggett a lot.
But then I also like the Florida dude and the Georgia dude, McConkey and Pearsall.
You know how I feel
like those would be my Florida
You know how I
target
feel about Ladd. I've just been told too many times that he's not available to you guys. You know, he's not going to be a guy that you're going to be potentially able to get in that second.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you know how I'm like, that's the guy that I want. I think he answers everything that we need, especially now with DJ gone. I'm like, yep, come right there. Boom, you're good. Got that. Sop, bop, boom. Yeah, let's ride.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was curious about with some of these receivers and complimenting the new room with a bunch of these fast guys in there. I was like, man, we need kind of like a possession guy then. That would be the compliment. At the same time, some of these guys are possession receivers, but they're also super fast. Like they're just really damn good receivers.
Yeah, they're like,
and
all these receivers look dope, bro.
Extra speed in the room's not gonna hurt.
They all
either.
look dope, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this Oregon dude, he's a blazer, but he's got like the Deontay route running, can get the separation.
No, Franklin's
but
straight.
is way better at taking the top off the defense and can take stuff to the house.
No, Franklin's straight.
So I like him.
I'm biased. Like I said, I like Ladd, bro. I like Ladd. He's grown on me. It's just like, yo, that's what I want. If I can get one, that's the one I want.
I think those would be my three.
Yeah, it got to be
a
route running,
reminds
tough,
me of
fast.
AJ Brown, kind of.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast down the field.
Yeah.
Not the best route runner or anything, but like
bully you though. Yeah,
exactly. And you get him the ball quick, he can maybe house you.
Yeah.
He's a beast. Sean McCartney. Some later round cornerback prospects I've seen. Kyrie Jackson and Cam Hart. I like Dante. Just want more depth. And also the Sutton allegations ruin a reunion.
No, this is facts, man. He did just get released. Yeah. Craziness. Surrounding all of that, man. Hopefully everything gets resolved sooner rather than later. In a best case scenario, I didn't even know how to get that, but just with the least amount of damage for all parties involved, man. But yeah, that definitely is out the window now, man. But yeah, we definitely need more depth though, man. And your boy Pierre signed. Where did he sign? I just saw him sign this weekend too. Yeah, he signed this weekend.
It did happen. I forgot.
He didn't go to Philly. Where did he definitely was. I don't remember where he went, but he left this. Yeah, he left. So definitely gonna need some pieces, man.
So
towards the depth and stuff like that.
I know about one of these two names. I looked up Kyrie Jackson earlier today. He's like a 6'3" dude, big guy, physical. Yeah. Might be a little too stiff though. Might be more of a zone guy. Might not be as good in like man to man because he was getting cooked by those Washington receivers.
But Washington receivers were pretty daggone good.
I know, but that's the type of guys he might be going up against in the pros.
This is true.
And Cam Hart, I haven't watched him play, but I know I thought he was projected like second or third round. He slipped a little bit recently. I don't think he had the best of combines.
Now, how do you feel?
So I could be interested in that.
Because, like, I'm still not all the way tripping if it ain't the best of combines. The same way as, like, I'm not overly going crazy
like
if you have, like, a great combine.
I like that when people I think are good players have bad combines. I like that. Yeah. I remember Devin Lloyd. Remember we were talking about him?
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, man, he's going to go in, like, the top 15. We might not be able to get him. And then he had, like, a bad combine. I was like, all right, perfect. Yep. I know what I actually see on the field, and that doesn't deter me at all. That's and he slipped to us.
He did, though.
We took Kenny, I think.
That's what – was it?
I think that was the Kenny draft. It was either the Kenny draft or Najee.
It might. Oh, yeah.
I think it was Kenny.
I think it was Kenny because I would say Naj. We did Naj and they did Etienne right after us.
Yeah.
So it probably was Kenny.
Yeah. Samurai Finn. I think it's Samurai Finn.
Oh, actually, no. We had a couple to jump real quick, but I got
him. I got him.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah. Okay, we got Juice Bellamy. Moats, did you see what Aaron Donald said about TJ?
I did. I found it really funny though. You saw the comment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he should have won a couple of depoys. I'm just saying, like,
oh. One of them would have been at the expense of you. I remember the specific one. Yeah, there was one specifically.
Which one are you referring to? Because one of them definitely you're involved in, and we know the other one involves Myles Garrett. So you said a couple. We just need to know, like, are you saying the couple meaning the one he has and this one that just passed, or you saying the one that you won?
No, I do. I've been saying that. I think.
Yeah, bro.
I think
we
TJ
on the same
got
page.
Snubbed on that Aaron Donald one, and he got snubbed obviously this last year against Myles Garrett. I think it's arguable him versus Stephon Gilmore in 2019.
Respect. Yeah.
But at least TJ should have 3.
Yeah.
If that Stephon Gilmore one went his way, that'd be 4. That'd be absolutely insane. But I think he should at least have 3.
I can dig it.
He only has 1. What a disgrace. Candace Daroff giving us a couple bucks.
Shout out to Candace, man. One time for the coach. We appreciate you from the heart. We also had a Sean McCartney. Let me get him real quick. He says some later round. Oh, no. Tripping. You already read that one. I'm tripping. Let me sat trip for a little bit. Deke, I told you I'm sat tripping, bro.
That was that Kyrie Jackson and Cam Hart.
Yeah, I'm sat tripping, bro.
Next one. Dondre Zell. I definitely can see JPJ and GP in training camp this year.
Listen, they was getting at it last year. Y'all remember that? Hey. Speaking of.
It should even be better this year because JPJ probably feels a certain way about himself now after having a successful rookie year.
No, but I'm standing 10 toes down. Y'all was coming at my man JPJ at times when GP was making all these crazy catches. We like, bro, that ain't even happen. That's he out of bounds. And JPJ stood down and held that thing on, man. So I can't wait to see that again this year. So y'all can hoop and holler about all them non-plays that be happening in training camp. But just know, once again, JPJ going to do what JPJ do, man. I'm throwing that out there. Now, GP, you better dunk on him, all right? You better respond accordingly. But JPJ, oh, bro, hey, JPJ ready to have the crowd on his side this time.
In fairness, there was at least one that was in bounds.
All right, it was.
There was one.
It
was the one where he was horizontal to the ground.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was insane.
It didn't count. It was a drill. It was a drill. Don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about that.
Coverage.
It was a drill. Don't nobody care about that, man. When we saw him in team, it ain't happening in team, all right? Yeah, 11 on 11. Yeah, that drill stuff. Let me the drill low. He has some plays. He has. I ain't gonna lie. That was kind of cool.
Are you going out to training camp this year?
Man, you know, bro. Listen,
you might have to take me out.
I
got to meet Russ.
Deke, I didn't want to go to OTAs. Usually, I'm anti-OTAs because I'm like, bro, I got to drive in the city. I got to go through the tunnel. My PTSD act up from when I used to play down there. Now, I'm like, bro, can the OTAs start? Because I'm finna pull up. All right, I'm pulling up. I'm in there. You ain't got they most you try. Man, no, don't even worry about my fee, bro. I'm here today. Don't worry about me, man. I'm here. All right? Yeah. I got to see it with my own eyes.
Can you get me into that?
That's a little tougher. Training camp different. Training camp way easy. Yeah, training camp super easy. That one, yeah, it be some of them local media dudes that be kind of struggling to get access to that thing. Sometimes you be like,
damn.
Yeah. Just depend on how they feel about you. Yeah. But training camp's layup.
They like me down there though, right?
Your approval rating is A1. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. You gotta think. You don't have like crazy where you're like bashing. You're crazy is like, yo, I love the squad so hard that I'm gonna say Kenny is top 3. Like, that's not a negative for them. They like, yo, yeah, rock with the squad. Yeah. You think about some of these other people that talk media or do podcasts, and it's like, yo, they bash the squad. It's like, yo, why would they want that type of energy around? And they keep them dudes out. But you ain't on that, bro. Nah. They like you. Like I said, man, you always pro squad.
Nah, when I see plays I don't like, I call it out, though. I mean,
90% of your content, though, is pro the squad. Like, I can't pull up man, let me just watch Deke just clip after clip after clip, just crazy energy.
It's usually a player.
Yeah.
It's usually like Kendrick Green playing bad or something.
It typically has a level of, hey, we all are kind of in the same feeling with this player. We're just not going to publicly say it about this player. You ain't had to be the one to say Kendrick. Man, anybody in the city. All right, bro, we ain't liking this play right here. It's got to be better. It's just you would actually say it. That's it. I was politically correct about it because, yeah, I still got to see him. I'm like, hey, man, I'm about to talk crazy, but I'm about to come see you in that like it's all love. Like, yeah.
I mean, you even got to the point, though. You were.
Because it's hard. Y'all would look at me like, I'm like, bro, I'm trying.
You couldn't even do it anymore.
Yeah, but then it's like, yo, I know your people. I see you. It's like, So that's why for me, I'm like, bro, I'm not going heavy on y'all. Nah.
So I get into OTAs.
Yeah. You would still be good because as a whole, they don't look at you as a negative person, bro. Because you're not negative. That's why I like your energy, man.
They like the packs.
Yeah. They low key though, they have actually, like I've had most people say specifically about your packs. Specifically that part.
They like that.
They do like that. Yeah. The ladies.
That was my best work. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to top that.
You just catch us off guard when you ski ye. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things you do. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm listening to some ski ye.
Oh, man.
We were talking about music and stuff. I know ski ye.
Jesus. I know ski ye. Yeah.
Samurai Finn, trade up for Odunze, best receiver this year by far. Oh, man. We're getting to that point, best
by far.
Well, it's always been Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, they said they don't like Marvin Harrison Jr. anymore because he didn't do the combine and the pro day, and he said he's gonna stand on his tape. So now they like, oh, what about this guy over here? It's like, yeah, we can say we won't, bro, but that's the guy. That's definitely the guy. I like your energy though.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. are the tops at their respective positions. We knew that 6 months ago, and I don't think anything's changed. No. Outside of Caleb Williams wearing that dress. That dropped his stock down for me. But
yeah, Deke's not a big dress on guy. That's okay, man.
The stuff he's done on the field, like just on the field tape, Caleb Williams is still number one. I gotta put him. I just think he's a better player than all the other quarterbacks.
That's a great. I love your politically correctness. I just love how you going around that. That's dope right there, bro.
I'll tell you what though, I'm starting to see the JJ McCarthy hype though. I see why he's going up the boards.
Okay. So what you like about him?
I think he's got good arm talent. I think he's got good improvisational skills, and just because they didn't ask him to do as much as some of the other quarterbacks, I don't know if that should be held against him. There were some people that talked about he was the one quarterback in college that is like able to read defense a certain way or make like checks at the line.
It was more like the pro style, like legit. Like it wasn't. So he wasn't asked to do as much from a lead the offense. But in terms of just some of the above the neck, getting them in the right call, that's the stuff that they're referring to with JJ, because from an NFL standpoint, this is the big difference when I watch Russ's tape versus Kenny, Mitch, Mason, and even Phil's. It's just the pre-snap controls. Switching protections, flipping plays, stuff like that. You just see it more consistently with the veteran style stuff because that's pro. That's what they're saying with the whole JJ McCarthy. It's like, yo, he is at least going to have a certain level of, yo, you trust him getting you in and out of certain things. And because of the whole Harbaugh part of it, that's the other added element where you're like, all right, we feel great about Harbaugh. We know that they were able to do it, win it all. He was the quarterback. Harbaugh swears by him. All right, cool. So I do like, it's certain things about him, like it is legit. Like he is a good, like he brings good things to the table. But the best part is he won the national championship, bro. That's the part that helps him even more so.
Yeah, I think he's pretty damn accurate too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I saw him only throw it 1 mile per hour less than Joe Milton at the combine. Mm-hmm. They did like the basically baseball pitch.
Yeah, how hard you could throw
up
it
against
a
baseball meter. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think Joe Milton had the fastest. It was at 71, and McCarthy was at 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I see the hype. I see the hype. He might be going up on my board too. Lee Govin. Can I say this? I think I can.
Ooh, jeez. Be careful, God, dog. He trying to get you, God, Deke. Sheesh.
Can I say this?
I'm gonna hold it down. I don't need.
Can you? I don't know if you could say this.
That's not on my brand, so I typically don't. You know what I'm saying? But he played with you.
McConkey is that dude. He'll slip like I'm in the third.
Yeah, he's that boy. He's that boy, man. He's that guy. Yeah.
Yep.
He's that guy. Yeah, he try to set you up.
He think he's gonna go in the third. I don't know about that.
I think second at the latest, and early second on top of that. I don't think it's lasting too much longer.
So he likes McConkey.
Likes him a lot.
Dondre Zell.
That guy.
Did you see the Steelers showing faith in Corey T?
He's saying, do we see? To an extent, yes, but at the same time, what you have to understand is he's coming back from an ACL, and we just never saw him in an actual game. So yes, the Steelers can have a belief in him and have, a lot of high hopes for him, but it almost goes back to kind of how people would look at Deke at times, right? When Deke was saying, man, I think Kenny can do this, and was like, well, why do you feel like that? And he would give his reasons, but in terms of like actual tape, it was like it was hard to find hard evidence to back that up outside of it just being a feeling. And we're not saying that feeling can't be negative or that feeling can't be right, but it's still more based on the speculation of it. So I think with Corey Trice, I think that they do have a lot of faith in him, but to come into this season and feel like we don't need to address the cornerback position and he just gonna come in here and be the fourth corner, be the depth, or be the third corner, be the depth, is like, I don't think that they just are going to, go into the season operating like that. If Corey heals up, man, and he comes back and he's playing like how he was in OTAs and that first week in, training camp, then yeah, we should feel great about him. But we just, even with that, it's like, man, we never even saw it in pads. So that's the part where it's just still some significant questions about him and his game translate. And he wasn't a first rounder either. We're talking about 7th rounder. So just even in that thought process, is like, man, how much stock do we want to put just in him being injured as a 7th rounder, but then banking on him recovering and everything being great, and he don't even deal with the rookie wall, just show up? Because remember, Calvin Austin, we watched Calvin this year. This was Calvin's almost the same exact scenario as what Corey Trice is going to go through. Calvin has some rookie stuff going on. Calvin's still trying to develop a little bit more as a
needs to work on the route running.
Don't get me in trouble, bro. He's trying to develop a little bit more. All right, just more well-rounded parts of his game. That was with him also sitting for a year and then coming back. So I just feel like for Corey, he's going to go through some similar things. I just don't think that the team is just going to be willing to put all of their eggs in his basket exclusively, though.
Yeah, I hope it works out with him. It'd be awesome to have him and JPJ long term.
Yeah.
It was looking promising.
I would agree. I definitely would agree, man.
Dondre Zell with Quez Watkins signing. Does Calvin need to be nervous?
I would say this. Calvin doesn't need to be nervous, but he just needs to be aware that there there's never what we like to call, or not, I won't say never. It's very rarely a situation where you're just a shoe-in to guarantee to have a roster spot. I feel like on every NFL team, there's probably 5 to 10 dudes tops each year that are guaranteed to be there. Whoever got the contract extension, your first-round draft pick, if it's a new Pro Bowl or All-Pro who's still under contract, dudes like that. Everybody else, as we've seen just this year, who's safe? Nobody's safe. So for Calvin, I think that this is kind of just a reminder of that reality, which is the NFL. You could feel great last week. He probably felt like, bro, I'm about to come out here. I'm guaranteed to be starting. You know what I mean? Guaranteed to have a role. I'm the only guy that's like me on this roster. Like, let's go. Now, you're like, oh, I'm not the only fast guy anymore. Now they telling me being fast just isn't enough. What else can I bring to the table? I know I'm a return man. I feel like I can catch better than Quez Watkins. That has to be my energy. If y'all saying I gotta gotta get better with my route running, all right, I'm gonna work on that. But I'm a fast guy first, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm blazing past everybody. But that's kind of how I would look at it if I'm Calvin Austin, just kind of from being in positions where, yeah, you're not necessarily a starter, but you feel good about your role, and they bring in another dude. You like, oh, okay, so that's the energy today. Bet. I say less. Don't ask for a trade though. Don't ask for a change of scenery, Calvin. Don't do that. Get in the lab and work. Don't ask for a change of scenery, man, because you don't need that change of scenery. You could beat him out. And if it was better to beat him out and stay home than having to relocate. But it could all work, though.
Yeah, I don't think the Quez Watkins signing really changes much about how we're feeling about Calvin Austin for this next year. I feel like we had to address the receiver room no matter what, point blank period. Whether we brought in Quez Watkins, okay, maybe this is one less receiver we draft now. Or even it's just that, hey, this is the free agent signing that we picked. Like, it could have been Tyler Boyd, right? It could have been someone else, and it would have potentially taken snaps away from Calvin Austin. It's just that this is one-to-one or a like similar comparison because they're both speed guys. But I think we needed to just bring in more receivers, point blank period. It didn't really matter about the speed. So this is just one guy that's in the room now, and maybe one less guy that we're going to add going forward. But I still think we're going to add to the room. We're talking about drafting a guy in the first 2 rounds. Hell, I wouldn't even mind drafting 2 guys, like getting a Luke McCaffrey late.
Ooh, pedigree too.
Just have like a bunch of dudes duke it out for wide receiver 3. May the best man win.
Nah, I ain't tripping on that.
We got all these upside guys. Draft a guy late, Calvin Austin, see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely ain't tripping on that.
Mix up the pot, and we'll see.
Definitely. So, all right, what we'll do is this, man, because we're going to get ready to open up these phone lines, man, so that we can get your thoughts, comments on the new quarterback situation. I'm going to drop the number real quick, and then after that, I'm going to finish saying one last part with the receiver stuff, so that way, while y'all getting the number and everybody getting set up, we'll be set up by that time. So the number to dial is 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. All right. But the last thing I was going to say, man, is just with the Quez Watkins pickup, I also like the fact that we could have went undrafted free agent or 7th round draft pick to bring in a speedster wide receiver, right? But you bringing in somebody that has played in some games. You bringing in a guy that has been in the league before. He's had a couple of stops also. So to a certain extent, you're going to still feel like he knows how to practice. He knows how to play the game. So it still be a little bit of a challenge in terms of the competition part. That was kind of, what I was looking at with that thing with the Quez Watkins element.
I'm with you in terms of his experience and just that he's done it in the league. At least had almost 700 yards the one year. But I think he was only on the Eagles, though, right? You might be thinking Callaway.
Yeah, Callaway.
Because we got him chilling on the practice squad. He went Saints and then Denver, got cut by Denver.
I'm thinking Quez.
Where'd he go?
No. I thought Quez had that one season in Detroit.
No, you're thinking Mims. Denzel Mims, Jets to Detroit.
Jets to Detroit.
Yeah.
No, but I thought he had one.
We got him.
Yeah.
But
either way, he's been in the league though.
They're all the same guy. Yeah. We got all these.
This will be his second stop there right now. So yeah, there we go. But we were the same page. Yeah, I was like, man, I thought he was in Detroit. You're right though. Good call. All right, so now let's open these phone lines, man. Let's get this thing going real quick. All right,
what are they calling about?
Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with, man?
What's good?
Hey, gentlemen, how are y'all? It's official moment.
Oh, now it is a party. Now it is a party. Official momentum. One time for the culture, baby. How are you doing, man?
I cannot complain, Mr. Moats and Deke.
What's the word?
Happy Monday to everybody. Shout out to the chat. Just so y'all know, please like this video and
talk that talk.
Number one podcast in the world, but just wanted to give y'all flowers. Man.
Nah, man, from the heart, we always appreciate you. Official momentum. Shout out to you though, man. And like I said, it's been a minute since we had you on the line, man. So let's get into it, baby. We got new quarterbacks. How you feeling about this new quarterback room? The Russ and Justin Fields dynamic, and no more KP8, man.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, we know business is business, and I like the addition. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winning quarterback. He has every potential criteria that you need to, bring this offense to light. It's been very hard trying to find a successor past Roethlisberger's years.
Yeah.
Best wishes to Kenny and Philly. But I think him and Fields are going to put on a show this year.
Let's go. All right, so not just putting on a show. We getting.
How do you see it playing?
I'm about to say, does Russ take us to where we need to go? Is we getting a postseason win? Like, where we at, man?
I think we're going to see something we haven't seen in a long time. We're going to get a couple playoff wins. I think we host the AFC Championship.
Ooh.
I'll say this: I feel if we beat Kansas City, whoever it is got to come to Pittsburgh. That's all I got to say. And whoever it is on the NFC side, hopefully we'll see y'all in February and we can hoist that 7 Lombardi.
Yeah, let's get it. Shout out to you, Official Momentum. Hey, man, who you gonna shout out before we get up out of here, man? I know you got. Give me an ambition. Give me something. Drop me something real quick, man.
Hey, I'm gonna just let y'all know he got singles. He got singles. Saddle Me Up.
Let's go.
Imagine. Already on iTunes. Y'all can cop that.
Let's go.
Crazy Bone. New mixtape.
Big facts.
Crazy Melodies Volume 2 is gonna be out this summer. And like I said, just follow ambition. We got a lot of new stuff coming out.
There you go right there. Y'all heard it right there from the horse's mouth. Shout out to the one and only Official Momentum. Hey, man, we always appreciate you as well, baby. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Best wishes to everybody, the family.
Hey, no, likewise to you too, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby. Peace. Shout out right there. Official Momentum. One time for the culture. All right. Phone lines are still open. 412-346-6955 are the digits. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with?
It's Boo Man 318, man. What's up, Mo?
Boo Man, what's up, baby?
Hey, man. What's up with you, guys?
What's good, bro?
Man, shout out, Boo Man. First off, good to hear your voice, man. All right, now.
Yeah, he's got the Madden league going.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It's like, yo, we just talk about you, bro. This is dope, bro. I like this. And we always see your name. I'm like, yo, Boo Man.
Wait,
come on,
real
bro.
Quick, how'd you do the league? Did you do fantasy draft?
Nah, we just did regular season. This like your league inspired me to do what I'm doing now because the league we had was so fun, man.
I know.
It was the same at the end, but I had to get a few of my guys, my friends, family, man.
You said Deke let you down?
Though, man.
You said Deke let all of y'all
down?
Yeah,
I was looking forward. I was so hyped for the new league, man. Like, I got a bag out. Like, oh, man.
Deke had us all excited about the game, man. I came up with time. Everybody was ready to play, man. Everybody.
Yeah, Moats was going to be in the league. TZ was going to be in the league.
This is the reason why I picked up Madden here, though. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I see some people in the chat say they're the reason they bought a PS5, too. And then the league didn't happen. The PS5 just collecting dust.
Hey, Deke inspired me, man. I had to pick up the 6 again, man. Deke inspired me, man. It was so fun, though, man.
What squad you rolling with? Because you were the Browns in our league.
Yeah, I was the Browns.
Are you Browns in this league?
What was that?
Who are you in this league? Your current league right now?
I'm Steelers. Of course, I'm Steelers fan.
All right. There it is.
Yeah, I'm
There it
Steelers
is.
Start the
fan.
league,
Hey,
you get to be the Steelers. That's the
look,
rules. Yeah.
Hey, just like in the real league, I had to trade Pickett though. You know, I got Penix, so I had to let Pickett go. So maybe that's foreshadowing. Maybe that's, hey.
What'd you get?
He said he can't be with me on the video game. That's crazy, Boo Man. That's crazy.
I had to go for the upside, man. Penix had some upside in it, man. Hey,
Oh, you're still rolling with Kenny in the game.
Hey, let's go.
What was that?
Are you still rolling with Kenny in the league?
Oh, the Broncos got Kenny.
No, he said he's going with Penix. Yes, Penix.
Oh, you got Penix.
Oh, Penix. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You got Penix.
Yeah.
I'm going with Penix.
What'd you trade Pickens for?
So, a 5th round pick. I traded for a 5th round pick for Penix. So we swapped.
I thought you traded Pickett.
No,
not Pickens.
Like
I thought you
Kenny.
said Pickens.
Yeah,
oh,
you said
my
Kenny,
bad.
like KP. Yeah.
I completely
Yeah. KP, not
a
Penix.
5th round pick.
KP,
You got a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, Boo Man.
Let him go.
All right, so we're gonna ask you to play real GM right now, and I need you to tell me what are your thoughts, your feelings. Russ here, Fields here, Kenny no longer here, Mason no longer here. How you digging it, man?
Man, this has been a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. You know, like with all these moves that we've been doing, I really had to pinch myself. You know what I'm saying? On the cool, like when everything been going on so far, it's like, damn, we doing this. Oh, this right here. It's just been surprising though, man. So, and I was on the Kenny train, you know, and I'm still am. Like, I think Kenny would be good. I'm still confident in his abilities though, but you can't deny what we got right now though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, respect.
Like, we got some upside in field, and Russ, man. I think people been sleeping on Russ. I feel like he can still be the quarterback that we need him to be. Same thing we was thinking of Kenny. You know what I'm saying? So I got utmost confidence in everybody we got in the room right now. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it goes, you know what I'm saying? But I do think Russ will probably he will start, and I got him actually finishing the season off with Russ, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Unless
it's
an injury, I just don't see him losing like to Field. Even though I think Field can be that guy, I just don't. I don't see what people see in him last year. I still think he still got some talent in him though.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. That's just me, but yeah, I think we can go all the way with Russ, man. And we got guys in the room that got fire on their back right now.
Oh no,
you know
100%.
I think Russ I think Russ gonna play. You know what I'm saying, with some fire. I think TJ gonna play with fire. I think even Cam Hayward gonna play with some fire. Like, I think we got guys in the room that's gonna really just play and just, you know, they got something to prove this year. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Especially with and Pat Queen, we picked up him, so I think that's gonna make the room even more interesting, man. So I just think, you know, what we've been doing so far this offseason, man, it's just up and up, man.
Nah,
so,
100% with that. Let's go. Well, Boo Man, I'm glad we finally got a chance to hear your voice, man, get you on the line. Definitely appreciate you rocking with the channel and all the content that we drop over here too, man. Salute you, all right, baby?
Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank y'all.
No doubt. Let's get it, man. Shout out to Boo Man right there. Dude, we ain't heard Boo Man ever. I was like, all right.
See, I can't join his league.
Yeah, because he already took your spot. He took your spot, bro. He definitely took your spot. But it was cause and effect. He said because you broke his heart. So that's why he had to do it.
I know. I get that.
Yeah. All right, let's see who called it in.
Speaking of Cam Hayward, though, real quick.
Oh, all right, give me 1 second.
When's that restructure happen?
What's going on?
It's got to happen sooner rather than later.
It needs to happen.
Talk to me, baby.
Hello?
With all due respect.
Hold on. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with, baby?
It's Zeke Shazier. You know what it is?
Zeke, what's the word? See, you called while me and Deke was having like a live conversation right there. You seen that right there? We was like, yo, me and Deke was really talking, and you was talking too. It was kind of cool, man. Shout out to you on that though, Zeke. How you been, man?
What's good? I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Man, we can't complain. Where are you at right now? Are you abroad? Are you where are you at, man? East Coast, West Coast?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Still
right
in Cali?
now.
Okay. Respect.
Yeah.
No, I like it, man. Shoot, like I said, it's been a minute, man. But since, it's been a minute, we've had some quarterback movement, quarterback change, man. What are your thoughts on all the new moves, the importing and exporting that has took place with that position, man?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the mainstream media, but they already saying that Russ is washed. I don't get that. Like, they're saying it's over for him. Justin Fields coming in mid-season or by the 4th game. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Right.
My man did not. He had similar numbers to the MVP
to Lamar.
Did he not?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't he only have one less touchdown than Mahomes?
Yeah.
He might have had more total touchdowns.
Yeah, his
actually.
numbers statistics was like, yo, he
needed more yards. The yards were down.
Right. But it's like he played well. It's just the $40 million. That's the whole argument. But he played well, man.
Yeah, definitely. And they're saying he's like Justin Fields is coming in like for sure. Like they're saying, I don't understand that.
Nah.
You know, but I'm definitely happy that we got Russ in the building. You know, like when DeCastro, Pouncey, they all retired that one year, and like Deke was like, it can't get any worse. And then it actually got worse.
It did get worse.
That was a bad take by me.
It actually got worse.
It did get worse.
That was bad.
Yeah. That's kind of how like I felt with the whole like Matt Canada second year situation. It can't get worse, and it somehow got worse. So
we had Mitch in there. That was Mitch. That was because of Mitch.
It got bad. We had some bad moments.
If Kenny was still in, I think it would have been fine. Kenny might still be the starter. But he got hurt.
We'll never know.
True.
That's what they say. We'll never know.
It's a big sliding doors moment. Really
Seriously,
was.
Man. Seriously.
Go ahead, though.
You know, I felt, because of Deke, I have that same, I don't know who said it, but like they have a bad feeling because of Deke about Kenny, like how he's, like
said
how
love him
Deke
too
made
much.
us feel that we hate Kenny. Yeah, because no, I definitely do not like Kenny as much because of Deke. Deke, hyping him up, saying he's top 3, all that type of stuff.
At least he's honest.
What I mean?
Deke, at least he's honest. Shout out to your honesty. Shout out to the honesty.
I truly appreciate that.
That's honesty right there, bro. That's honesty.
That's all I need to hear.
That's the only reason why. Yeah, I'm kind of not feeling Kenny like that. It's because Deke was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be good. So I'm like, our team for sure. I'm out here on texting everybody on IG like, oh yeah, we're gonna beat this. We gonna beat that.
So I made you look
bad.
Is that what it is?
You put the battery in Zeke's back. He said, yo, you the reason I got this gas out here and I'm talking all reckless.
Listen, we had Matt Canada though.
That's funny right there.
For sure. But quick shout out though to like everybody in the chat. Michael Patrick McQuacken cracking.
Yes.
Michael Patrick
where's he at?
Seriously,
Donald
bro.
Copeland, Quan Summers, Stan Clare, AJ Martinez, Quan Summer, Quan Alexander, Stephen Madden, Deke's girl.
Yo.
Yeah, all the day ones.
There it is.
Shout out. Yeah.
Yo.
We've been rocking with Arthur Moats since day one.
I'm about to say, yo, he definitely named it the OGs. Yeah. Like I said, anytime we hear Stephanie name come up, I'm like, oh, that's OG.
Yeah.
That's you got to know Deke to know. That's the OG.
That was Big Ben era
podcast. That's like.
That was Big Ben.
That was 7. Jeez. Yeah. And the whole Hebron.
Is that back when like y'all were outside?
Yeah. I was about to say, we did some.
Oh, no. That was for.
That was before we went live. When we started going live, we were
that
inside.
was 2019. That was the Mason year. That was before the Mason year. We did expect Ben to be the starter, but he got hurt week 2. Yeah, that was Devin Bush's rookie year.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking about Devin Bush out on the patio in like his preseason games.
Yeah.
What a time.
But then, our first live, I think, was Ben's year.
Yeah.
I think. Ben's year back.
Because that would have been our second full year of doing the podcast.
2020. I think. I think so, right?
Yeah, because the first year we were all pre-recorded. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
could
crazy.
be wrong. I don't know.
I like it.
But I had the beard going for the winning streak, and we won 11 games in a row.
All right, bro, we went through a vibe, man. We've seen beards, we've seen singular eyebrows. There's been a whole bunch of stuff, man. Everything's in between, man. So I like it. Zeke, shout out to you though, man. Shout out to you for the nostalgia, for the shout outs, and for the call, man. So we appreciate you as always, man.
Definitely. It was cool rocking with y'all.
No doubt. Peace.
Yeah, these have been some good calls.
They have been, man. We got
some reminiscing, some takes.
Seriously, bro. I saw he brought that up. Richard Arbizo was like, yeah, that made me think of when Deke fell out the chair. I was like, I was one of my favorite moments all time from the podcast.
I wasn't drunk for that, though. He's saying
you weren't, though.
Chair.
Yeah, you were sober for that one.
I might have been drunk the one I spilled some White Claw on your floor.
You did, yeah.
That might have happened.
That definitely happened. We had the paper towels. We was prepared.
Yeah, that was one of the drafts.
Yeah, so we got one. We'll do one more phone call, man. Then have a little fun with it. All right, oh, here we go. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with? Hello.
Hey, this is Sean McCartney.
Sean McCartney. Baby, what's up, man? How are you doing?
Good. Great day. Beautiful day. How you guys doing?
Man, we living the dream over here. I get to talk to you. Got Deke in the building. Deke, how you doing today, man?
I'm excellent.
There it is. There it is. Now, Sean, I trust your judgment on quarterback play. I trust your judgment on the roster, okay? Who we need to bring and who we need to not keep. Give me your expertise, your expert opinion on these quarterbacks, man, and what we got going on right now, baby. Talk to me.
Well, first off, if you told me that we were going to get Russell Wilson for $1.2 million, I'd be like laughing at your face. Like,
respect. That make two of us.
No, I had no idea we would get both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields at the time.
Yeah.
And the whole Kenny situation, man, like, I feel like it was a mixture of bad luck and him just not wanting to be, sitting in the backseat. Bad luck that he started out as, like, had to be thrown in the fire because things didn't work out with Mitch.
Yeah.
And then the whole Canada situation. I was all on the Kenny train, about, give him time, you know what I mean? You look at his college, resume, it took him time before he can get to that level.
Right. But,
no, at the end of the day, he didn't want to be here. And can't force him. Don't take hostages. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see what we do. I don't get the whole talk about releasing Russell Wilson.
Which are you talking about?
They're saying
in terms
if Fields goes off in training camp and upseats Russ for QB1, we'll just cut Russ.
What?
Yeah,
I just don't.
Yeah,
I
don't
see
get that
Fields
whole
beating Russ.
narrative.
I mean, that's the first thing. But how do we to his point, I don't know how we have such wide-ranging reports out there where Steelers and Russ are in talks about this being a long-term thing. And then you get the other side of it, like the Steelers are going to be ready to cut Russ if Fields beats him out this offseason.
I would say
and then
like
you also
this,
have them saying, like, Fields is their long-term answer. There's so wide-ranging of reports out there.
That doesn't sound accurate from my side. But what I will say is this, man. If there's some type of outlier scenario where Justin Fields is that much better than Russ to the point where they're like, yeah, we're ready to move on from Russ, then great, But in all honesty, I don't see that happening because Russ in a training camp setting can't play that bad to where you're going to ever feel like Justin Fields has blown him out the water this year. I almost find it like unfathomable barring some type of injury. So that's why I just they might be throwing stuff out, just throw stuff out right now, but I don't really see that as being accurate because even with that, you still would have Russ as your backup for $1.2 million.
He might want to be cut.
Exactly.
If he asked, then it becomes the Kenny Pickett scenario. We didn't want to move on from Kenny. It was Kenny saying, I want to change the scenery. I want to switch it up. If Russ asked for that, then now we go back to volunteers and hostages. But right now, I'm like, Justin Fields gonna beat him out to that point, man. If that happens, great. But I think that's a big ass for Fields right now, in this setting from what I'm gonna see from Russ. I think
no matter what, Russ starts week 1.
Yeah,
I think that'd be better for Fields too.
I also would agree.
Even if Fields shows you some stuff in training camp, or maybe you think he beat him out a little bit somehow, some way, start the season with Russ.
Yeah.
And this is all hypothetical, of course. I doubt they'll cut Russell Wilson. But if there was some reason, let's just say a big hypothetical, if Fields won starting role and then Russell Wilson's like, hey, I don't feel comfortable being a backup,
You said we're gonna ship Russ to Philly and bring Kenny Pickett back. Is that what you're implying? It sounds like that's what you're implying, Sean.
No.
Sean, if you are John Easton, are you impersonating John Easton? You've been talking, and I feel like is your real name?
Real talk. I've been waiting. Real talk. I've been trying to see where John Easton is. I got a Kenny signed frame jersey that I'm looking to sell. I'm telling you,
I thought opening these phones.
I don't know whether
I thought he was gonna call first because he always found a way to just his number pop. I'm like, I don't even know how your number be getting in.
Yep.
But I just was assuming that, and it's like, yo, we've talked to everybody but John, so I just figured that you was about to go that way next, man. Did Deke mess up your Kenny feelings?
I haven't heard him in the comments. Yeah, no, he disappeared. I think he went to Philadelphia. I don't know.
Change the scenery. Ain't nothing wrong. Sometimes you might need to change the scenery, take a little break. maybe I hope he come back. We miss him. It's all love, John. Wherever you at, baby. Wherever you at, John. Just remember, come home. Come back home. All right. You can play
Bring
with it,
the
but
passion
come back home. Yes, we want the passion here. But yeah. So Deke didn't ruin it though for you. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, no.
He
it
was
was
on board
more in
with
the
Kenny.
sense of
Salute.
Yeah.
I was on board with Kenny, though I do feel Deke hyped him up a little bit. You're a pick guy. I'm not a pick guy. I'm a PSU guy. So I didn't give a shit about him being a pick.
I'll agree with that.
I was
didn't
just
play out his plan.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Like I feel like it was just a mix of like bad scenarios and then him just being impatient. You know what I mean? Which, Yeah. And I told people, like, towards the end, when we were talking about Russell Wilson and all that, I was like, the only person who can better himself is Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, he's the only one that can, like, step up. But didn't happen. But what I was talking about with the whole Russell Wilson thing, if that were ever the case, I highly doubt that would be. Why would you cut him? You could, like, trade him to, like, a team like Minnesota. Like, hey, Minnesota, you guys...
I think they're drafting McCarthy.
But it would still be for $1.2 million, though, because Denver would still be on the hook for him.
You're right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a whole hypothetical. That's just what I've been hearing, and I think it's ludicrous thinking that we would just release a guy that's worth $1.2 million.
Yeah.
Just because.
I'm with you. Yeah, that was.
But no, I'm excited.
To me. Yeah.
I'm super excited. With this hit tackle thing, I think Russell will get plenty of touchdowns this year. Like,
I didn't even think of it.
It definitely could help.
I just thought of it making the sport worse, but I guess it could help us.
Yeah, it's going to have some benefits from an offensive standpoint. Definitely will.
Just run some Hail Marys, and as soon as they get past the defender, just throw it to them.
That's why we got the speed.
You see, I see what we doing here.
Omar Khan.
I see what we doing here.
Again.
There it is. The con of the NFL this time. He said, I got smoke for all y'all.
One step ahead.
Yeah. That's another factor that has me excited is Omar Khan. Just this offseason and last offseason. People talk about Howie Roseman for being a great GM.
Yeah.
And with what Omar's done, this is his second offseason, and he's already been building his team so much better.
Nah, he done cooked it up, man. He definitely's cooked it up. Hey, so Sean, I like that then, baby. I like the energy, man. I like where you was at with this. And more importantly, Sean, I appreciate you supporting us too, man, because you be rocking with us every time I feel like we on here, man. You rocking with us, man. So salute you once again, man, for the call. Stay safe out there too, all right, baby?
Thank you, guys. You too. It was a great show. Keep it real.
Let's get it, baby. Peace. Shout out right there, man, to the one and only Sean McCartney, man. Shout out to Zeke, Shazier, Boo Man 318, and of course the homie official Momentum, aka Mr. Lion King. Shout out to Mr. Jack Myers Jr. also, baby. But that will do it for the phone calls today, man. That will actually do it for the show today. And we actually weren't too crazy overtime today either, Deke. My wife actually might still like me a little bit. All right, we getting in there. Getting in the right direction. I like this. But with that being the case, man, shoot, you got any left on the back end before we tap out?
Nah.
All right.
Well,
what you got?
I'll end the show how I started it. Pitt got robbed.
There it is.
NCAA tourney.
There
frauds.
it is.
Big 12 frauds.
Talk about it.
That's all.
And Jim, you just had a bad day, bro. Just caught us on an off night. Otherwise, we would have whooped y'all like we did everybody else. And anybody else is the Blue Devil could have got beat by 50. That's how I feel about it. Because we don't lose. Just caught us on a bad day. So with that being the case, I hit the like button one more time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, baby.
Peace.